Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we hit. They said we on. They said strong. They said go.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another installment of the Lowdown on TSWS Gaming. I'm Loke7, and joining me, as usual, is Mr. Ham Solo 05.
Yo, what's cracking?
My back.
You're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get to yours after, but let's do mine first. So I was doing back exercises at the gym on Sunday after church, and I got too confident and put too much weight and like powered through, but now I'm feeling like lots of pain, and it's not at the right sections where you're supposed to feel pain.
Right.
It feels like something is wrong. So I'm gonna have a weird posture today. I'm gonna have a very strange posture.
That stinks.
Yeah. Anyways, how are you doing?
I'm feeling like an old man just like you. Like I'm over here, man, my back, I don't know what happened like this weekend or whatever, but like I went to get out of bed today and I tried to move and I just turned and yelled into the pillow. Yo, like because it hurt that god dang bad, and it hurt to the point where my daughter came in and she was like, "Is everything okay?" And my daughter's only 6, so it's like,
and she could tell something's wrong.
So, but she could tell, yeah, something was wrong, and she was very helpful with me. But I was, I'm supposed to be helping her out because I'm getting her to school and whatnot. But it was backwards today.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it was definitely something else. But hopefully I'm going to the doctor on Thursday, get it looked at again, and yada yada yada. But anyways, other than that, man, I've been pretty good. I need to catch up on sleep.
My situation is better than yours. My situation is better than yours because I just have to rest and not go to the gym. You have to literally go see like a physiotherapist or something.
Yeah, I gotta go see the orthopedics. Yeah.
Levels.
Yes. My levels is way worse.
Other than our back problems, we're doing good. Vince, thank you so much. Says, "Oof, get well soon." Hey, Sarge, in here nice and early. Welcome in, bro. Welcome in. Ham.
Yes, y'all. What's up?
Since Friday, what have we been playing?
Man, it's just like when Starfield came out. For like the next month, it was just like the same thing over and over.
Now it's just Power World.
Now it's just the finals, Power World, and 2K. Those are the 3 games I've been playing like every night. I fell in love with playing 2K every night with Matt. We don't play like competitive or anything. We just play both on the same team, and we Just it's like the end of the night chill last little thing that we do that we've started doing for the last like couple years is we'll play, and we do this like almost every night, every day, is we'll play like 2 games of 2K. Now it's 2K 2024.
Whichever 2K is the latest.
Yeah, we've been doing this since 2K22. So
Yeah.
so we've been doing it for a few years now, but we just play a couple games on Superstar, right under the level of Hall of Fame. We've played several games on Hall of Fame, and I mean several games on Hall of Fame, and it's just not enjoyable. It's just not enjoyable.
You have to take it very seriously.
Well, the computer is just like they steal everything.
Stop hating.
They steal everything, and they drain shots right in your face, and it's just like, yo, I can't do that on you. I have to make sure I'm open. So it's just like, so and we've won. I'd say we've won about 75% of the games.
10%. Cut the cap.
Cut
the cap.
I'm not capping at all. I'm not capping at all because when we did play on Hall of Fame, we'd have like a good team. Like, you know what I'm saying? We'd have a good team. So a good time playing it. But there's been a few times that we played just the regular teams, and man, like we won on Hall of Fame just this last time, and we were sweating all the way through it. And it wasn't even purposely on Hall of Fame. We just was like, oh, we could just tell. We could just tell by the way
something's wrong with the settings. We have a problem, guys.
There is a steep jump between Superstar, or there's a steep jump between All-Star and Superstar, and then there's an insanely steep jump between Superstar and a Hall of Fame. Like Hall of Fame, they're just, like I said, just draining shots in your face. It's just ridiculous.
I think that's only right though, because Superstar is like someone that's just kind of great for now. Hall of Fame is like all-time greatness. So it kind of makes sense for the jump to be like wild, you know?
Yeah. Oh man, I see Sir X Man with the disrespect of the chat. Go Kansas City Chiefs.
We have to get into it. He brought it up. We now have to address it.
Yep. You're welcome, Sir X Man. You brought up the sports.
Yep. Usually we do sports at the end of the show. Sir X Man, this is your fault. This is your fault. We should have been talking about PlayStation, showcases, Power World, and all types of stuff. You have brought this up. Don't complain. Also, don't leave. All right?
I'll just tell you right now, look, I got time today, so I ain't tripping.
Oh my. All right. Time. All right. Well, I have Noof Nukem's podcast after this one.
Oh, so you ain't got time today.
No, I do have time because it's 2 hours later. So I'm not going to sleep today. I'm going to sleep like tomorrow. I was planning on going to bed after Noof Nukem's podcast around 6:30 a.m. But I got informed by and this is also some good news. I got informed by my university that I need to make the payment for my master's by tomorrow. Otherwise, 2024 is closed. So as soon as I'm done with Noof Nukem, I need to go stand in line at the bank because international transfers are what they are in Africa. So yeah,
that's cool.
I do have time. You can congratulate me as soon as it's official because they just accepted like my application and documents and whatever. But only after you pay is it like set in stone. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's wild though.
Yeah, it is insane. I don't know how my day is going to be tomorrow, but I bought lots of ibuprofen, so I might be tired, but no headaches for me. Old men talking about sports must be a Tuesday. Must be. So X-Man says I'm going to be on the show with you. Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the cheers, Rain G4. Thank you so much for being happy for me. Sarge, same. Okay, so sports, Super Bowl. First off, can we agree that there were no disappointments? There was no shocks in the the conference championship.
There was a little shock. Kansas City shocked me. I'm not gonna lie.
What? You thought the Ravens were going to win?
I felt like the Ravens should have won, and they just quite literally fumbled.
Yes, but maybe memory is not serving me right now, but I'm pretty sure that the last time me and you spoke about this, we both agreed, right? We both agreed that we don't want to bet against Patrick Mahomes, so we're just going to assume that Patrick Mahomes, that the Chiefs are going to win. Correct?
I was just surprised. I mean, like, I understand what we had said, and I still completely don't deny that we. But at the same time, I'm just like, man, like, man, I just wanted it so bad for Lamar Jackson. But so it's more or less, I guess, me just feeling bad. But at the same time, it's just like, this is why they talk about Mahomes the way they talk about Mahomes, man. And like, because there are people that thought I was a Chiefs fan because I lived in Kansas City, which I'm actually the opposite. I'm a Broncos fan. I'm a Broncos and Giants fan. So it's just like, you missed me big time. But
big time.
But at the same time,
bigly.
But at the same time, it's just like me not being a LeBron fan, but understanding that motherfucker right there is a problem. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, you don't have to be a LeBron fan to recognize game.
Yeah, so like all the people that hated on Mahomes and stuff like that, I'm kind of rooting for Mahomes in that sense, because it's just like, yeah, haters, there you go. For saying that he's
overrated. I've heard a lot of
I don't remember
Mahomes
what
slander.
Yeah, they had all such a crazy names for him, include like part of his last name was with it, like Matrash or something like that.
Oh my goodness.
Or I don't know. It's like pretty bad names for him that didn't even sound that funny. But yeah. I mean, look at him. Look at him now. That man's a savage.
The last 5 years, the stretch that the Chiefs have had for the last 5 years, and this, I got this stat from the biggest Chiefs fan, Nick Wright. The last 5 years, now that they've confirmed that they're going to the Super Bowl, only the Patriots have had as much success in terms of Super Bowl appearances and wins in a 5-year gap in NFL history. And if the Chiefs win this Super Bowl, that's it. No one has ever had a better 5-year stretch than the Chiefs in NFL history. That's why.
Because whatchamacallit, New England lost a few in between.
Yes, during those 5 years, they got
twice to the Giants.
Yeah, to the Giants, which was part of that streak. So for me, I wasn't shocked by the Chiefs win. I also wasn't shocked that the Detroit Lions did what they did. Say what you want, but
and then again by the Eagles. And then again by the Eagles.
Who? Oh, the Patriots.
Yeah, the Patriots. Yeah, because remember Nick Foles.
Yeah. It was 1 year, but a win's a win. You know what I mean? So, for me, I'm not shocked that Patrick Mahomes did this, and Brock Purdy, that guy's not lucky anymore. Can we agree that it's not luck? He is actually like the real deal. Like, maybe he's not as great as Lamar Jackson or all the other franchise guy.
I think
this guy deserves
he graduated from system quarterback to
he's really good
to high end potential. But he is still not like solidified yet, in my opinion. He's still like surrounded by people that are better than him. in my opinion. Not
Yeah, but
quarterback
also
wise,
remember this is
but just
second year.
talent.
Yes, talent is overwhelming for the 49ers. So just so we don't stay on this too long, Amity, who you got in the Super Bowl final?
I got Mahomes. Because he just walked right through the AFC like no problem.
Like nothing happened.
Like
with
no
just Kelsey.
Yes. And
That's all he
everything that
had.
everybody was saying that like, oh man, they're just not last year. They're not last year. It's like they were just fooling us all season. And then just came you know, it reminds me a lot of like sometimes NBA teams.
Which one specifically?
I'll go with Golden State.
But you know why that doesn't fit him?
Why?
Because Golden State has always had like superstar players, especially after the big three. Like,
well, the Chiefs have too.
Dude, the Chiefs just have Mahomes and Kelsey. That's it.
Yeah, but they've had talent. They didn't suck before Mahomes got there.
Yes, Ham, they didn't. And what's crazy is that they've lost almost all of their offensive weapons besides Kelsey. And everyone just kept talking about they've got no chance. They've got no chance. It's not going to work. They shouldn't have
slipping on Pacheco, man. That man's a goddamn savage.
People talking about they shouldn't have let Hill go to the Dolphins. Yeah. And then what happened? What happened? Hill is still a monster at the Dolphins. But it's like, as long as you have Patrick Mahomes and some duct tape, you'll be fine. This is worse than the Warriors have. This is literally, you gave the best example, LeBron. This is literally LeBron. Remember when they traded Kyrie Irving? And then everyone's like, it's just LeBron and a bunch of pieces. It's not going to work and whatever. And the Cavs still made it to the finals.
I don't know if it's LeBron though, because like I feel like he'd have to switch a team. I feel like he'd have to go to another team to like
come on
solidify.
That's not gonna happen.
Like right now he's Brady-esque, but he ain't Brady. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Brady left,
went to another team, and although that team was phenomenal, they probably weren't going to go to no dang Super Bowl without Tom Brady.
No. Dude, they're the exact same team, man. They're the exact same team for the last 3 years before he got there. And they didn't make the playoffs. The same receivers, same defensive, same everything. They just changed the quarterback. Tom Brady came in, Super Bowl, making it to the playoffs and the later stages of the playoffs every year. Although he was only there for 3 years. Point is, he changed that team. So, okay, but when I say it's LeBron-esque, I'm talking about you can kind of see a situation where it's like it doesn't really matter who's around him. Is he playing and is he healthy? That's your only question with Mahomes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that. I can see that for sure. In that sense, this is gonna sound terrible to some people, especially haters of Patrick, but I'd say it's more, especially since he's staying, I'd say it's more Jordan.
Oh, now I need you to pause for a minute. Jordan
on his way. Jordan on his way, but not like he is Jordan. I'm just saying, like, he just kind of like he's just he's the guy in the city that everybody relies on. He
comes through.
And he always comes through. And when he loses, he takes it personal.
Sir X-Men agrees with you, says he was also going to say Michael Jordan. That's wild.
Yeah, man, because it's just like, what happened? Like, what like the Ravens and the Bills Yo,
And the
like
Dolphins, dude. And the Dolphins. Don't forget, they beat the Dolphins as well.
yes, like I'm telling you, they just said, "Oh,
They-
it's playoff time." Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah.
Let's get it
Not in the first
started.
round, bro. Not in the first round. No, not in the second round neither. No,
Nope.
we're going to the chip.
No. Oh
We'll,
my
we'll,
goodness.
we'll have to see if he wins this one though,
Let's
because if
see.
he loses the Super Bowl, it's gonna be a lot of people being like,
Yeah, because right now he still has some shine where it's like Mahomes, unless it's Brady, unless you bring back the greatest quarterback of all time, Mahomes ain't losing. That's what his career looks like since he started winning in the playoffs. So if he can keep this going, then maybe that'll be Jordan-esque. Vic the Click says, that's why I want the 49ers to win. I don't want my Patriots accomplishments to be killed.
"Oh my goodness,
I'm so sorry, Vic. I
go
am so
Giants."
sorry. How do you feel about your new coach? Vic, how do you feel about your new coach? I'm curious. I'm curious. Monk Bloody, welcome in. Monk says, Mahomes gonna walk Brady's record down. It looks like it. If he wins this Super Bowl, he is way on track, Ham. Way on track. He could outpace Brady's record, all of his records, by his 12th year. This was by the projections made by Fox Sports. Yo, Danny, welcome in. Big Mad Mo, repping for keeping it gaming and Ham Solo. Gogo Post says he's a Swifty fan. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? Kelsey, whatever he does, the camera always just pans to Taylor Swift. It's like, is she assisting him? What's going on? How do you feel about that? That
Just
dynamic?
calling
I think it's
plays.
weird. I think it's weird. It's like Kelsey before Taylor Swift. Why are we pretending like only now he is Travis Kelsey? I don't get it.
Oh no. Travis Kelsey is a goddamn player. If people don't know, that man had his own dating show. For real.
Yeah.
He had his own dating show where he is picking out women from every state and everything. It was like, that dude's a player, so I'm not surprised that he nabbed somebody like Swift at all.
I think Taylor Swift can play tight end if needed. She's pretty tall.
Oh
All right,
Lord.
Paul. Okay.
I
You
know
know,
she's
it's
kind of
getting
thin though.
it's getting to the point, Ham.
She might have to
I
play
think
slot.
I could play for the Chiefs. Just let the quarterback be Patrick Mahomes. Me and you could play, Ham.
Oh
We could
my
play
God.
for the Chiefs. with our bad backs, we could do it. We could do it.
Nah, man, I'm on IR, bro. Ain't no way I'm getting a 3-point stance.
Oh my God. Rain G4, that's messy. That's messy. She take off the makeup. She's scary. All right. Don't get us canceled, please. Don't get us canceled. Oh my God. You guys are really enjoying the football. All right. I'm kind of surprised. Ham, last one on this. You said Chiefs for the Super Bowl, correct?
Did I say Chiefs for the Super Bowl?
No, sorry, I was just assuming. My bad. Who you got in the final?
Oh, yeah. For the game coming up, yeah, I got Chiefs. Yeah.
Chiefs.
I'm just not gonna bet against them. I'm done with that. Like, it's not happening anymore.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you for the exact same reason. If you're betting against the Chiefs at this point, what are you doing with your life? Are you insane? Everyone that's been betting against the Chiefs has lost. They've been underdogs against the Dolphins. They were underdogs against the Bills. They were underdogs against the Ravens, but they win. But all right, let's go. Well, Mahomes, Sir X-Man with the super chat, the first one of the night. Thank you so much, Sir X-Man. Mahomes and Kelsey is like Michael and Scotty. See, that I can buy, because in the last game against the Ravens, remember, Mahomes Kelsey broke the record for Brady Gronk which was the tightest connection in playoff history, but they broke that one. So, wow. Big Mad Mo is insane. Obviously, says F the Chiefs. All right then. All right.
You let it be known.
I hope she's not part of the Super Bowl commercial. It doesn't matter if she's part of the Super Bowl commercial. She's going to be a part of every single down. Like every down that Kelsey catches the ball, right? We're going to pan over to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So she doesn't need commercials. They're built in. They're built in. I'm also going with the Chiefs.
So they're built in.
They're built in. I'm also going with the Chiefs because I'm not crazy. Even though I'm a Raiders fan, I'm not a freaking psycho. I feel bad for Lamar. But anyway, let's get to the video games. Amity, Sony's next PlayStation State of Play streams this week. It kicks off on January 31st and will include more than 15 games.
That's
so
dope.
Yep, this is from The Verge. Not long after Xbox kicked off the year with a showcase featuring the first look at Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Sony has announced it's holding a State of Play live stream later this week. It will be 40 minutes long and take place on January 31st at 5 p.m. Eastern. Sony says that the event will include more than 15 games that cover titles coming to PS5 and PSVR in 2024 and beyond. Hamothy, what are your initial feelings on the State of Play? Welcome in, Stanley Francois.
Initial feelings on the State of Play. I'm excited to see what they got. Hopefully they announce maybe something first party just to see what, like, I'd like to see what Concord looks like. All I seen was a burger jiggling. So I'm interested to see what that's about. Hopefully that's there. They said Stellar Blade's going to be there, I believe. So pretty excited to see the yams.
Stellar yams. Oh yeah.
Yep. Rise of Ronin's going to be there, Rise of Ronin's going to be there, which I was excited for, but now I'm just kind of like, meh. It's interesting, but I'm not sure if I'm dying to play it as much as I was.
To your first point, would you be disappointed if there's zero first party apart from PSVR games?
Would I be disappointed? A little bit. I'd be a little bit disappointed. Just because I'd come to expect, I missed the PS3 and the PS4 generation. And I went out and I was like, dang it, this generation, I'm getting a PS5, and I got one. And I caught up with a lot of its category of games that I've been wanting to play, but haven't got to. And I even went and bought a PS3 as well, which I have 2 of them now. And I caught up on some of the games on there. I still need to, do Resistance and Infamous, but I caught up on a lot of the games over there. So with the PS5, I was like, I'm going to get a bunch of great new PlayStation games. And so far, there's been some, but like a lot of continuations, but like nothing new and wow. Because there's also been a lot of remakes and remasters as well.
Yeah.
Which I've enjoyed them. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate the thought of keeping something fresh. But there was, The Last of Us, where I was just kind of like, why? And now there's The Last of Us Part 2, and I'm just kind of like, why? And now they're talking about Until Dawn, and
you're like, why?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like
money. I don't know.
I mean, I understand why they might be wanting to do it for themselves, but as for me, I mean, I just wanted to play some good, cool new games, and I feel like, I don't know, right now I'm just kind of always on standby with the PS5 right now.
See, I don't understand this sentiment because for me, it's like it doesn't matter if the game is first party or not. Is it a good time or not? That's all that really matters, like in my opinion. So
Well, that
if they show zero first party games, I will have zero disappointment personally.
yeah, but look, when I already know that I play and buy all my all my third party games on my Xbox. I mean,
So
that's what I do because that's
so you
where
want a reason to turn on the PS5.
I guess so. But I mean, there is from time to time, um, but I just don't know what to look forward to from them alone. I mean, they have some. I mean, obviously, I'm looking forward to Stellar Blade, but that's not first party. I'm looking forward to Helldivers as well. I believe that's kind of first party, you know.
Helldivers reminds me of that. Remember that game that came to Game Pass? Third person shooter. What was it called? That was like very like hyped, but it didn't pan out to be anything special. Overdrive, over something. It was a weird name. But yeah, Helldivers I'm not psyched for. I'm not really psyched for that one.
I'm pretty excited for it. I really want to try it out with some people. Just run a few
On
games and see
PlayStation.
how it goes. I
Good
hope
luck,
it doesn't end up feeling like Second Extinction. Because that game wasn't as fun as I thought it was gonna be, or I was hoping it'd be. But yeah, I just want to see some more stuff out of PlayStation. Software focused, not so much hardware focused. I'm also interested to see what they have for the VR because I heard some inklings that there's going to be some VR talk in there as well.
Lots of PS games.
I wonder what they're going to do to set themselves apart from the Meta Quest, because right now the Meta Quest is running crazy all over the PlayStation VR, and I understand you need a PlayStation 5 and stuff like that for the VR and whatnot, but this holiday 30-1 for the Meta Quest versus the PlayStation VR 2. 30-1.
Not great. Ring G4's got jokes. Says Mikey Barra is going to be backup for the 49ers. Okay. All right. So Ham is excited but wants first party games. All right. Well, what about surprises, Ham? What are we predicting?
Surprises. To see what Sony Santa Monica is just working on. That'd be a crazy surprise. Like
they just gave us Valhalla, dude, in December.
So
you think between December and now there could be something else cooking that's worth showing?
Yeah. I mean, possibly. Depending on the size of the game that they're working on, maybe. But and you got to remember, like, they're possibly working on a new IP, so you might want to get just the idea of that out there, just to kind of, just to see.
Yeah, maybe a logo. Yeah, maybe
logo. like a logo or something. That's really all I'm saying. I'm not saying like I want like a 10-15 minute talk of in its gameplay and I don't need all that. Just something quick to remind me that they're doing something.
I wouldn't be excited for them to show anything because I don't like these announcements that they've been making recently. Not them, but like gaming devs and publishers, where they announce something that's coming 5 years from now. It's like, dude.
But if it's in 2 years, that's not crazy.
No, if it's 2 years, it's fine. But like I said, they just got done with Valhalla. Is it realistic to say they have something that in 2 years is coming out that isn't like DLC levels of the next God of War game? You know what I mean? Not that Ragnarok is DLC. Not that Ragnarok
also,
is DLC.
it'd be crazy to see what Sucker Punch is up to.
Yes, Ghost of Tsushima 2. That's one of the rumors that's flying around. That
And
would
also
be
your boy
that'd
Kojima.
be awesome. Kojima's an expert for now, right?
He is whatever he wishes to be when he wakes up in the morning.
Yeah, we're probably gonna see Death Stranding too, probably. But I don't know. I'm kind of lukewarm on Death Stranding too. Like the further away I get from its ending, the less rose tinted glasses I have on for that game. You know what I mean?
Man, I think you're just nervous that it's not going to be a banger.
It will be a banger. Come on, it's Death Stranding.
You just sound nervous. To be real, you just sound nervous.
Maybe. Rachie says third-party exclusives are the trash of the universe now. Uninstall Palworld right now. Make sure to uninstall that film. All right, bro. There's no need to go that hard. Jeez. What other rumors do we have besides Helldivers? What?
Sea of Thieves.
Third party. What's it? Xbox going third party, correct?
Yeah, supposedly. Yeah.
Sea of Thieves or Hi-Fi Rush. I saw someone say that one of these fake insiders. Oh, I guess they're going to be a real insider if this one's true. Said a Hi-Fi Rush is going to get announced at the showcase. I don't see it. I don't think that's going to happen. Infamous 3 would be interesting, Vincent Vega. That would be interesting. Monk Bloody says Tomb Raider remaster. Nah, man, nostalgia ain't beating me to this time. All it looks like they did was put it in a PS2 engine. I'm good. Sir X-Men, you were capping for the Tomb Raider remaster. I know you got it. Do you feel the same way as Monk Bloody? Are you disappointed or pleased with the remaster? I'm curious. The DS2 trailer was fire. Yeah, the trailer is good. It's a glorified movie at this point. Ham. So, do you think that this is going to be the first showcase where we're going to start seeing Xbox announce stuff on PlayStation?
It could be. A live service game like that. Whatever. I don't really care. I don't really play it. So,
is there a specific game that would bother you if it launched on PlayStation? An Xbox game that would bother you if it launched on PlayStation?
Probably Starfield. Just because how much they talked about it not
going
anywhere but Xbox in a place where you could play Game Pass. So I think that would just bother me just because of the messaging, and I've always been kind of mad with Xbox with their messaging. So I think that game would kind of hit me the wrong way.
All right. Well, we're going to see what happens, what gets announced. Will you be watching it live? I won't, because it's going to be starting at more or less like right now, tomorrow. And if I'm being honest, like my hype levels, not that high. I'm not going to stay up for PlayStation.
Damn,
sorry.
Low.
I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying, I'm not going to stay up for State of Play, dude. I'll watch it when I get to work. I'll just press play for the first 20 minutes, and then the rest of it I'll watch it during my lunchtime or whatever, dog. I don't care that much. Will you be watching it live, man?
Yeah, in fact, I'll be watching it with Matt and doing the whole, live streaming thing over on his channel. And then afterwards, I was planning on maybe doing something on this channel talking about it. But if you don't even think it's worth it,
hell no.
then I don't know, man. I might not do that.
We can do a reaction. We can do a reaction show on like tomorrow, same time that we do the lowdown. That's cool.
So if
But
I'm live streaming tomorrow, either the show
yeah.
was super dope or it was super bad.
Damn.
But
it
if
was
it
just
was just
okay,
all right, I'm
wait
not
for
gonna.
Friday.
Yeah,
We'll wait
I'll
for
just wait
Friday.
for Friday.
Ooh. Okay. PlayStation hide from its fans. Xbox confuse its fans with plans. I love it. Loke's trying hard to shake off the stable. I'm not trying to shake off the stable. That's not what I'm doing. This has nothing to do with the stable. All right.
That's funny.
I love me some PlayStation. All I'm saying is I have work the day after tomorrow, and I'm not going to stay up for a state of play. And I'm not going to ask for a day off from work because of a state of play. I'm sorry. Super Bowl Sunday, I'll get the Monday off. But not a state of play, man. You're insane. Loke said sleep is better than PlayStation. In this specific case, yes. What is it over there in Texas? It's hot, dude. It's very hot. What's the temperature right now? It's 34 degrees right now in Mozambique. Vincent says, "Boo that man." All right, whatever, dog. Whatever. So, Ham, I look forward to seeing your reaction. Like when I wake up and check my phone, if there's no stream from TSWS, then I know that it was just whatever. If there was a stream, then I'll get excited for something horrible or something amazing. Can we move on from this state of mid? Sorry, state of play.
You're a jerk. Yes, we can move on.
All right. Always online Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Already offline on day one due to the bug. All right. So before we even address this one, Ham, can I DM you the video that shows the leak to the ending of Suicide Squad and how they kill the Batman?
You
can
trying
put
to
it up.
spoil this for everybody? I'm good. I'm all set.
All right. Well, that ending.
I watched it though.
Let's try and address the ending without spoiling it for everyone. Ham. I mean, it's called "Kill the Justice League," so the spoilers in the title. Ham, what are your thoughts on that ending before we even get into this topic specific?
I thought it was kind of what I had to expect from a game like that, to be honest. Cringy comedy, not that funny, but maybe will make you chuckle every once in a while. A bunch of, messy, anti-hero type villains. I mean, it's just, and it's kind of a messy shoot 'em up game, right? So to see that they had the ending the way it was, I'm not hating on the game because I'm sure it's I'm sure it's fun, but it's just not for me. But the story I didn't expect to be like on any sort of like Spider-Man level of
Ham, you
like
thought it would be this bad?
I didn't
You
think it
saw
was
it
going to be
being this
very
bad.
good. I didn't think it was going to
Okay.
be good. Like
Okay.
like I said on the way of this game coming out that I think it looks like a game that could be fun, but for $70, I'm out. And it looks too much like a live service kind of game. And the way that they kind of announced it was not the best. I felt like I feel like I know more about how their microtransactions work than how the story is supposed to like make sense.
Yeah. I think they messed up the messaging. I think they should have focused on the story and the campaign, and then the post game stuff they should have let people find out when they're playing the game. Don't, before the game even gets released, start talking about season 1.
LOWDOWN is
This
crazy.
is who you're going to get. Dude, the game's not even out. You're talking about seasons already. What are we doing? Bruce got the Joel treatment. No, Rachie, this was worse than Joel. At least we got to see Joel's brains bashed in.
They said Batman isn't the last fight, but I've seen that. I've seen that Batman clip.
No, it's not the last fight, but it's how it happened. And then did you see the one with the Flash?
Oh, yeah, that was foul. That was foul.
Yeah.
That was mad disrespectful.
Vic, I'm doing my due diligence, and I will be doing a deep dive eventually. Vince says they killed him worse than his parents got killed. Yeah. Poison Maniac. The principle of spoiling a game is still shitty, even if the game is bad. I 100% agree with you, and I'm just I let my fury take a hold of me. I'm not even going to try and defend it. I let my anger and my frustration take a hold of me. Thanks, Ham.
Here to tell you
Thanks,
no.
Ham, for saving me from that one. Sapo, don't show it. I'm going to play it at some point. I think we're all going to play it at some point, either out of morbid curiosity or just maybe this thing takes off, Ham. Maybe this thing takes off, because I heard McQuack come up with a good example where he was like, Hogwarts Legacy got tons of hate, came out, it was a banger. Then he mentioned another 2 games that also got tons of hate, and then they came out and they were a banger. Do you think this one has a chance to turn things around and become like a cyberpunk story where it's hate all over the place, but 1 year or 2 years later, boom, it's a banger?
I feel like at this point it just kind of comes down to maintenance and how they're gonna like stay on top of the game. But do I think that that's possible for this game? Not at the level of Cyberpunk by any means, but I could see some people coming around if the game is fun enough and maybe that price is dropped a little bit. But at $70, I just really don't see it.
I can see it. I can see it because of the IP, dude. The adoption rate. We forget that Twitter and even shows like ours, we are not like the real world. We are not the majority. We're not the majority, you know? We're a very, very niche specific group. And the vast majority of gamers don't even have time to consume Twitter extensively or read articles and find out that Dragon's Dogma is 30 frames per second, etc. You know what I mean? Most people just look at the cover or they see the announcement and they just buy it. And Suicide Squad, everyone knows what Suicide Squad is.
I feel like DC. I feel like just DC titles themselves, whether they're video games or
movies,
or movies or anything like that, they're just so hit and miss. They're just so hit and miss that it's really hard to really see if the followers are gonna hop on board or not. And like based on some of these cutscenes, I'm not sure if it will at first. And as for later, it's just a big shoulder shrug to me. I feel like it's more on the side of nah than it is
probably not going to happen.
Right.
Okay. Poison Maniac has faith. Says it's possible. Gogo Po, yes, we're unique like snowflakes in winter. Yeah, we're very rare. We because we're always interact with each other, we assume there's many people like us. There's not many people like us. Vincent says, I mean, the consumer is destroying his hobby if he just buys and doesn't keep up with what drama around his game is happening. But that's with everything, dude. That's why movies are going to shit on average, right, Tam? Because the people that go to watch don't take the time to research anything. Welcome in, John 907I. Ham?
Yo.
I was saying to Vincent's point here that the consumer is destroying his hobby if he just buys and doesn't keep up with what drama is around whatever hobby he's partaking. And I'm saying that that applies to even movies or comics or whatever.
Sure.
Why are people so pissed? You guessed to kill the Justice League. That's the title. I like the premise. Why people are pissed? Ham, can I answer this first, or do you want to go first?
I'm not pissed, so I mean,
I
personally don't care. Like I said, this game could be fun. It's just not catching my eye. But at the same time, they're not doing anything to offend me. So, like, it's just whatever to me. I want to hear why you're pissed, Lo. Go ahead. Why are you pissed? I'm pissed
because these are not just characters. These are larger than life characters that are crucial to what we call pop culture. There's a reason why. Okay, there's a reason why when companies want to influence people, they don't go and create character X and then put billions of dollars behind a movie centered around character X. There's a reason why we have 50 Batman movies. There's a reason why we have 20 Superman movies. There's a reason why Star Wars cost as much as it did for Disney to buy. There's a reason why Marvel cost as much as it did. Big Mad Mo, you're saying Batman is just a man. He's nothing special. Dude, to you, but the objective fact that he is a symbol. He has worth way beyond whatever it is you personally have for him, which is fine. You can have your personal calculation of what he is. But the vast majority of the rest of the population does not see Batman as just another person. The same way, let me give you a good U-turn. My uncle doesn't understand video games. He sees zero value in this controller. He sees negative value in this controller. But how do you see it? How do we see it? Some people even worship these things. So to say that you can take something like that and piss on it, quite literally, I'm not going to spoil it beyond that, but piss on it quite literally. That's not acceptable. And if people can celebrate that, why can I not decry it? Why is it that people only have the right to praise? No one has the right to criticize. Otherwise, you're a racist, you're a bigot, you're a sexist, you're all these things. You can only say good things about this. Thank you, Vincent. They literally piss on heritage. These are our modern myths. These are our modern heroes. But you can shit on them. You can do whatever you want to them. That's fine. Well, I'm saying it's not fine. Do I still have the right to say it's not fine? Well, I'm saying it. Yo, Danny, at this rate, someone gonna rage post the second Jimmy Ring spread eagles his cheeks in the Halo series season 2. Yo, Danny, what is going on with you, bro? Oh my Lord.
All right, what are we talking about?
Get your headphones on. Oh my god. I was just explaining why I'm pissed. Yo, Daddy says at this rate, someone gonna rage post the second Jimmy rings, spread eagles his cheeks in the Halo series season 2.
Yo,
Daddy, man. This man is wild.
he's on a killing spree.
Pretty much. It doesn't look that interesting to me. Maybe I'd be more hype if Gotham Knights didn't just come out. At a glance, they look so similar. You know what, Monk Bloody? With this announcement, I'm kind of hyped for Gotham Knights because at no point did they defecate on the legacy of whatever it is that they're profiting from. That's my entire point. If you're going to make the next Gears of War game, don't intentionally shit on everything that even made your new Gears of War game interesting to anyone. Don't do what they did with the Matrix 4. The only reason we showed up for the Matrix 4 is because of the previous 3. Don't forget that. Don't turn around and shit on all the other Matrix movies for this one, for the sake of this one. At least someone agrees with me. John 907 agrees with me. Cheers, bro. Big Mad Mo, that symbol is getting killed. It's not getting killed. You can do what you want to the media. The symbol of Batman and characters like him will only die if we let them die. The hundreds of thousands of people screaming their lungs out on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube, those people are keeping that symbol alive. And it might hurt your feelings, Mo. It might make you mad. But Batman's going nowhere. The premise alone will keep people from buying this game. Nah, I think people will buy it. Which is fine. Yodani says, I love Halo, even those winky onion rings associated with... Woke folk will tell you you're upsetting people by just expressing your opinion, which is as valid as anyone else's. And me and you have had a discussion about this before. It's okay for you to say X, you can't say Y.
Damn, Hollis White just came from left field with the slander.
Hollis White? Where? Oh,
right
okay.
under John.
KC should have lost to Buffalo. They won by 3 points. They ain't just walked past the mark. Hollis White, this is going to hurt yours and many other people's feelings. A win is a win. A win is a win, buddy. A win's a win.
You disrespectful.
The history books do not care. Or the only thing the history books will show is who won and who lost. These point differentials and who rushed for whatever, that's just you, bro. The only thing people know is that Tom Brady went to 9 Super Bowls, correct? Or was it 9 or 10, Em?
To be honest, I don't even remember. I don't even know.
That's all people know. They don't care that 4 or 5 of those, Tom Brady was a passenger. He was a game manager. His first few years in New England, he was a game manager. But no one cares. He is the GOAT because he went to all those finals and he won 7. That's all that matters. All right. Ham, let me get into the
he has played in 10 Super Bowls.
10 Super Bowls, won 7. No one cares that guy was a passenger for 4 of them. At least 4. Tom Brady was a passenger, Ham. Can we agree on that?
He was a what?
He was a passenger. He was a game manager. He was Brock Purdy. That's what he was for the first 4 or 5.
Oh, for the first few years, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you.
For the first few years, he was surrounded by people that were arguably better than him, right? And then and then he just kind of grew into it and became an absolute monster, because you got to remember, Tom Brady came from Michigan, and which was crazy because his last game was versus Bama at Michigan. Just like Just like the national championships, one of their last games was versus Bama. So I thought that was interesting for McCarthy, the quarterback at Michigan that announced he's going into the NFL. But Tom Brady was a pretty big deal, but he wasn't like on the NFL's like top 10 lists at all. You see where he got drafted, right? Like he got drafted a few rounds later.
Yeah,
So,
dude, last round.
I thought he was like a 5th round.
Wait, wasn't it 7th or something?
I thought it was 5th round. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
199th, 199th pick.
Oh, 6th round. It was the 6th round.
Yeah, last round.
It shows right here. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely a wild Super Bowl if you think about it, right?
Which one that's coming up?
This upcoming one.
Okay,
it's interesting to me.
Okay,
it's not so much that Brock Purdy took QB away as much as I feel like Trey Lance lost it.
Yeah, Trey Lance couldn't stay healthy, right? Because that's how I took it.
He couldn't stay healthy, and
when he was available, he was better than Purdy, according to the coaches. The problem was he was never available.
That's crazy. It's crazy how things work, man.
And from the few like video that we have of Trey Lance, he's a very different quarterback. He reminds me of like Lamar. He likes to run. So
well, you think about how Brady got started, it was because the quarterback got hurt.
Oh yeah. What was his name? Bledsoe. He was the highest paid. He was the highest paid quarterback at the time.
That year.
Damn.
That year he got that contract. He got hurt.
And then when he comes back, Brady's doing so well. Belichick's like, you know what? This guy we just paid. Sit on the bench. Just go back to the bench. That is wild. And if Brock Purdy wins it, oh goodness. I don't think Trey Lance would be able to do what Brock Purdy is doing now. Because Purdy lets the other guys run. And Trey Lance would want to be running himself. So
Trey Lance just reminds me a lot of Dak Prescott.
No, not Lamar. Like a less talented or less healthy Lamar. No.
I say,
but he can run. He can really run.
Less talented Dak Prescott.
Dak cannot run for shit, dude.
But Dak runs all the time. I don't think. What's his name can run. Trey Lance can run very good either. He's powerful, but he gets hurt all the time. Ooh, doesn't that remind you of Dak Prescott? Oh, he's hurt. Oh, okay. Again,
you know, the hurt thing. Yes, the hurt thing. Yes. KC going back to the Super Bowl could be the worst that could happen. People are treating Mahomes like it's the second coming of Jesus Christ or something.
Sapo. We got a hater. We found him.
It took a while. It only took us 1 hour, but we found one. Sapo, like I said earlier in the show, if the Chiefs with the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl, they have equaled the best 5-year stretch in NFL history, which is the Patriots stretch. I'm forgetting the years. They have equaled that. If they win in 2 weeks, it'll be the greatest 5-year stretch in NFL history in terms of appearances in the conference finals and appearances in the Super Bowl and also Super Bowl wins. So it's not that it's the second coming of Jesus Christ. Is that he's about to pull off the greatest 5 years of all time. That's something, dude. You can hate it, but it's definitely something. Patrick Mahomes would never beat Tom You never beat Tom. Yeah, he never beat him. Patrick was the 10th round cake, while Tom Brady was 199. Underdog story everyone hates. Ham, any thoughts on Victor Click's post here?
Yeah, Tom just went out. Tom went out almost perfect, right? I mean, the last year just kind of was
He
just
should have
like a
retired after beating Mahomes. He should have, dude. That would have been
right.
mwah.
And the crazy thing is Mahomes had a insane game too in that Super Bowl. So like it was wild seeing him beat him. But I don't know, Mahomes could be the second coming to a Tom Brady. I don't think he'll live up to it, to be honest. I don't think he'll end up living up to Tom Brady.
What?
But
You don't think if we can pull it off?
no. Like I said,
Why?
like I said earlier, he has this kind of like Jordan-esque thing
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
But the difference between Jordan and and people like Mahomes and stuff like that is that Jordan didn't get hit all the time, and Pippen didn't, you know, get hit all the time or have a brother that just retired. So maybe he might retire after this Super Bowl himself. Like,
Oh, Kelsey.
you know, like so like
Yeah.
there's different variables
His
here
coach
that
is also
make
kind of
me feel
old.
like this, although this feels Jordan-esque, the expiration date is a lot sooner than it was for like a Jordan or something like that. But
That's a good point. Andy Reid is also really old.
yeah, so I mean, I think Andy Reid has like maybe another year. Travis Kelce might give it one more go,
After this
and
one.
Mahomes is gonna just have to lead a whole new squad.
But Ham, like, and this is not. Let's all remember that I'm a Raiders fan, right? But I'm just being objective. I'm trying to be objective about football the same way I'm objective about video games. Ham, if Kelsey retires, Andy Reid retires, Mahomes still leads the Chiefs to Super Bowl victories. Can we talk about him being better than Brady? Is that now a conversation
Yeah,
we can have
I
without
think
him
that would be
leaving or
fair.
changing teams?
I think that would be fair. I think
Yeah.
that would be fair because then it's just like you're on a whole different regime and you're still
Killing
balling.
it.
Yeah.
Killing it.
They're
My
still
Raider
reliable.
card has been pulled by Big Mad Mo. I am heartbroken. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself, etc., etc.
He is pulling your Raiders.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. You ain't no Raider fan.
that shit was loud and proud.
You know what?
I love it. That was
more
funny.
objective people. We need more objective people in Raider Nation. We need more objective people.
Fan.
No, we need more objective people in the Raider Nation. We have too many people losing their minds over nothing. All right. When Jimmy G showed up, I said, when Jimmy G, we were here together. When Jimmy G showed up, and everyone was losing their mind
today.
Everyone was losing their mind in Vegas, and I was like, guys, this is nothing. Nothing is going to happen. What happened, Ham? What happened? When Devontae Adams showed up, Ham, what did I say to you? When Devontae Adams showed up, what did I say to you? I said there was no quarterback to throw him the ball. So what are we doing? And exactly as I called it, Devontae Adams did nothing. Not because he's bad.
What was that? What's the other guy that you got? Is it Avant or no? It's not Avant. It's like
Devontae Adams.
No, you have another wide receiver that's hot. That's pretty hot as well. Damn, damn, I can't remember his name. It's like Avery or something like that. I don't know. Damn, that kind of pisses me off right now. That I don't know his name.
Hold on, I'm checking now.
Oh, you don't even know your own team's wide receivers.
I
That's
don't know.
tragic.
Dude, our team is mid, and I'm not even trying to cap about it. I'm not. Why are we pretending like the team is like amazing? Amir, Abdullah, Devontae Adams, Jakarian Bennett, Jacob Bobenheimer. Okay, we're talking about wide receivers. DeAndre Carter. That's what you're talking about. No? Okay, hold on. Jacob Myers?
No.
Hunter Renfro?
No. He's not even on that team anymore.
Okay, Trey Tucker.
What year are you looking at?
I'm checking the roster.
That's the old roster. Renfro isn't even there anymore.
Really? It says here 2023 roster. It's even got the fixtures that we played this past season.
Is Renfro still there? I thought Renfro went to another team.
I think it's Jacoby Myers, dude. Okay, let me keep going down the line. Trey Tucker, no.
It is Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers, that's what you meant.
Yes. That dude's savage.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. It's
yeah, he's the one. He has dreads and shit, right?
Sorry? Yes,
he has dreads, right?
Myers has dreads. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
What's this? Mid, but was number 1 defense after AP took over. Defense, bruv. Defense. Did you notice I was talking about our offense? Big Mad Mo. Did you notice I was criticizing our offense? Dude, are you paying attention? Mo, is it just because you just want to disagree with me? Is that it? Oh my goodness. Africa internet so bad, my man looking at the old get out of here. Get out of here, Danny. Get out of here. All right. Anyway, let's read the post here by the Suicide Squad. We are aware that a number of players are currently experiencing an issue whereby upon logging into the game for the first time, they have full story completion. To resolve this issue, we will be performing maintenance on game servers. This is what happened literally. People logged in, they got the achievements, they got all the cutscenes, and that's why we got all the leaks. I have nothing else to add on this game. Do you want to add anything else before we move on?
No, I'm completely done with it.
Oh my Lord, Vic, this is vicious. Even for you, Vic, this is vicious. The only reason why the Raiders are in Sin City is because it's a sin to be a fan of them. All right. All right, let's get to the proper. No, defense does not win championships, Mo. Defense and offense wins championships. All right. If you can't score, it doesn't matter, because the opposition only needs to score 7 points. All right. It's defense and offense. This is not 1986 or 1992. This is 2023. You need offense. All right. That's why Lamar doesn't run anymore. Remember, running backs used to be their whole engine. They were the franchise. Now running backs are nothing. Update it, man. No. Just because you spam defense wins championship isn't going to make it true. All right. Anyway, let's get to the review. Let's get to the review of the greatest fighting game franchise that has ever existed. Drawn TJ with the super chat. Thank you so much. Says, hi, my little pony Texan Log. Sony needs Pal World. Let you and the ponies play against Xbox so we can capture ponies. LOL. I mean, just a quick reminder.
Stupid.
Quick reminder. I'm not playing Pal World not because I cannot play it. It's just no time. It's not because I don't have access to a console where I can install it. So settle down, Ron TJ. Appreciate you.
Yeah, did you get your Xbox back?
For bringing the salt. I got it, dude. Where do you think I've been playing Starfield and Tekken? Tekken
I don't
is
know.
on my Xbox. Tekken's on my Xbox, dude.
You're offline, so I don't ever know if you're ever playing or not.
Oh my lord, that's not true, Ham. That's not true. You can go check my activity. I was playing Tekken all weekend. All right. Let's move on.
You're
Stanley
losing all weekend.
Francois, defense does win. Ask the 2000 Ravens. Thank you so much for illustrating my point. The 2000 Ravens. All right. Show me the team that has won 2 championships in 3 years with just defense. In the recent past, since the NFL changed up the rules and made it very offensive friendly. When? Show me this team. Anyways, Ham, Tekken 8, 9 out of 10 from IGN. And obviously, we're going to talk about the whole IGN situation after this. But first, let's read the review. Tekken 8 is an incredible evolution of the series with tons of single-player content, an excellent suite of training tools, a great online experience, and exciting new mechanics that make Tekken more dynamic than ever. You haven't played Tekken, so I'll go in on this one. Mr. Ronnie Barrier is 1000% correct, except for the fact that he gave Tekken a 9. Tekken is a 10 out of 10. This is the best fighting game that has ever existed. Everyone that loves fighting, just buy Tekken. All right? That's my take on it. Drawn TJ, $2 super chat. Defense wins games. Yes. You want to win a game, you can go with defense. You want to win a championship, need to mix it up a bit. So yeah, Tekken got a 9 out of 10. I played the campaign. It was, how do I put this without ruining the video that I'm working on? They made Tekken an anime. The story for Tekken has always been a mix of anime with some Days of Our Lives sprinkled in, right? But now they went full anime with like your generic protagonist leveling up, different suits, all the whole anime shebang. It's the Tekken campaign. I hated it at first because I was like, this is not what Tekken is.
Now you're simping.
Tekken has never been this. Settle down, Ham. Tekken has never been this. That's what I was thinking. And I'm a Tekken simp. I don't care. Point is, I was taken aback, and I powered through. But halfway through, right, or like 30% through, it kind of got rolling and it started making sense and it meshed. It came together, and by the end, I was fully invested. I couldn't stop playing. I was even late for a podcast because of it. But yeah, amazing game. The campaign for me is the best campaign I've ever played for a fighting game. No, not a fighting game. Mortal Kombat 10. I think it was Mortal Kombat 10 or 9. That one had the best campaign I've ever seen. But this is the best campaign Tekken's ever had, in my opinion. Big Man Mo. Oh, so you're into soft rules. These boys get touched and they can do as much as your savior Mahomes, how it felt against the Raiders. Big Mad Mo. You see, this is why people don't understand me, Ham. This is why people don't understand me, because I am objective. You need to remove thyself, right? Remove your emotions and analyze the thing as if you're doing just your job. Don't put your emotions into it. When I was talking about defense doesn't win championships, I wasn't saying that's the right way to play football. That's not what I was saying. What I was saying is this is the objective fact, right? I like a mid-range shot as much as anyone, but I'm not going to sit here and say mid-range shots will win you a championship. It's the 3-point line. That's your championship in today's NBA. I'm not trying to, be disingenuous here. The truth is separate from my emotions. My emotions, I would like for running backs to come back and have value again, but that's not what's happening.
Oh man, I agree with you so
thank you
much on that, man. Like when I see a Derrick Henry, I'm just like, man,
that's a baller.
Like that's just one guy that like puts it on the line and really, you know, I mean, he's a big dude, obviously, but
and it's entertaining, bro.
But I do love me some good running backs, man. Like, and I really miss like the feeling you'd get when you'd know, oh, Adrian Peterson's on the field, or
yeah,
you know, I mean, obviously Derrick Henry was still is a problem. There still is some running backs out there that are a problem, but it's just not like I felt like a good running back in the day, like having a Terrell Davis back in the day solidified whether you're going to a championship or not.
Yes, and they got more carries, and throws were kind of special, you know. Oh, here's another good shout, Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
For me, the biggest problem with running backs is they don't pay them anymore. What they do is they get them on the rookie scale contract, they run them into the ground, to chew up time or whatever when they've won the game. When Patrick Mahomes has won the game or whatever, they run them into the ground and then they don't pay them. When they turn 26, 27, 28, it's like, dude, get out of here. They just draft another running back and put him in there. And if he doesn't work out, they'll draft another running back, or they'll get another freelance guy or whatever. You know, it's great. Exactly. Christian McCaffrey is that dude. Yo, Christian McCaffrey, Ham.
Yeah.
Did you see that run this past weekend when he was on the line on the base on the left side, and he kept going? Most people would have just jumped out of bounds after the first after he got the, oh my god, I'm forgetting the term. The first down, after he got the first down, but he kept going, and then he shoved the first dude, and then he shimmies on the second dude, and then two defenders have to push him out for him to stop gaining ground. So Christian McCaffrey, man, monster dude. Super chat here from Drawn TJ. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. First Seahawks versus Broncos, Super Bowl 48. Seahawks 43 to Broncos 8. Seahawks. Seahawks had best defense. Broncos had the best offense. Second, Detroit Lions, Champy out. So again, Drawn TJ, that's why I put in that caveat of like, you want to win and dominate. When, since the 2000s, did we have a defensive team win the way your Patriots won, or the way the what's it called? The way the Chiefs are winning? What one-off victories don't set a trend, you know? If the Warriors had won that one championship with 3-pointers, you were gonna have maybe one or two teams follow suit. They won one championship, then they won another one, and then they went to another finals, and then they got KD and they won another one and another. You see what I mean? The reason things have changed now so much to where the point where you have a generational runner like Lamar Jackson saying, I'm going to start throwing more often, is because you can't set a trend with just defense and running in the NFL. You will not win 2, 3, 4 championships in 5 years with running and defense. It's not going to happen. You need to have your thrower. Sorry, you need to have Mahomes. You need to have even Brock Purdy. Defense wins Super Bowl. Okay, who has the best defense? Right, it's the Chiefs. So I guess you're saying that the Chiefs are going to win this Super Bowl.
I don't know, man.
No, literally, the Chiefs have the best defense right now.
I don't know, man. Both defenses are really tough.
No, I'm talking statistic wise, stats wise.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, both defenses are really
Oh
tough.
yeah. They do have
I
monster
mean,
defense.
obviously, you don't want to ever count out Chris Jones, right?
Yeah.
Because
But
that
they're
man's
four.
God. I mean, you know you're a boss when you play for an NFL and you hit your in you hit your quota that you need to get your bonus. At the very last game of the season this year, he made the sack that got him $1 million bonus. And I'm just like, you gotta be just, I mean, because they don't make those things easy to attain.
No.
I mean, there's a reason why it's a bonus, right? Because you went
You
above
have
and
to
beyond.
exceed the expectations.
Exactly. So, like, just to see that he did that, like, put you on notice to how they're kind of playing right now.
But what's going on with the NFL awards, Ham? Before we move on to the next topic, the Chiefs have 0 nominees on offense or defense. What's that about?
Because nobody believed in him all year.
0. Nothing. Not even Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, man. It is what it is, player.
I think. Anyways, so Ham, as I was saying, the campaign for Tekken is fabulous. I haven't played anything besides the campaign. I haven't had the time to, but I will be digging my teeth into this later this week. What are your thoughts on this 9 out of 10 rating before we get into the IGN bad posts?
I'm not surprised. People have been looking forward to this game for so long now. And I know you were super excited. You were willing to put down anything that was
Yes.
happening for this game.
Yes.
K-Mega the same way. I'm even kind of licking my chops wanting to hop in and purchase that game and get it going. But I just don't know. I
It's
don't know.
worth
I
the
might wait.
money. It is worth the money, my man.
I might wait. I don't know. But I just know that I'll enjoy this game. I am gonna ask you though, since I have you here.
Yeah.
So they have the regular story mode, right?
Yes.
What other modes do they have within that game to kind of make it stand out for this?
Well, I
Is it
haven't
just that
played
and
them.
online?
No. This is, dude, there's so much more.
Okay, continue.
All right, so you have the online, you have Tekken Force, you
They got
have
Tekken Force?
I haven't gotten into it, but it's there. Yeah. I haven't gotten into it, but it's there.
What?
Yeah.
They got
You
Tekken
have
Force?
Yeah. You have Tekken Ball
What's
as
Tekken Ball?
well. A volleyball, but with the character.
What? You talking
The
about
one
like
that
the
was in
same
Tekken 3.
volleyball like we used to do with Gone?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh shit!
And you can play online. You can do Tekken Ball
I don't
online.
give a fuck about online. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I'd
So
play with some friends. I'd play online with some friends, but I wouldn't care to play random folks. I'd just be playing it to enjoy it. Cause I used to love doing the volleyball thing. Cause you used to be able to do like power kicks at it and shit like that.
Yes. And then power up the ball as well. So the other person, if they don't have enough like energy, they can't block it. Even if they're in the right position, they won't be able to block it. Or they have to pull out a specific move to counter that energy ball that you just hit, so they can send the energy ball with like twice the energy and the speed back to you, and then you can multiply that as well, and it's like a big risk and reward thing between you and the opponent, and then whoever loses that one loses like a big chunk of their life, or probably loses the whole match. So yeah, the whole round. Sorry, the whole round.
Oh man, I might have to do it, man. I'll think about it. This game's got my mind fucked right now, bro. Like,
Yep.
man, I didn't know it had
Yep.
all that heat in there. Because I've been saying, and I said this to K Mega, and I'm surprised none of you guys have told me this by
What?
now that it had all that stuff in it. Because I've been saying I don't want this game unless they have like Tekken Force and they have more than just fighting and story. You see,
Yeah.
so
Dude, there's more. There's more. There's Arcade Quest where you create your avatar. Remember the Street Fighter thing? This
yeah.
more evidence. You know, it's just more evidence that Tekken just does it better. You know what I mean? They just do it
my God.
better. So the arcade, remember on Street Fighter where you create your fighter and then you go through like a career with your fighter and then you bump into like Chun-Li and whatever and all these other guys, then you learn skills and progress, correct?
Okay.
With Tekken, it's more relatable because what happens is you don't create your fighter, you create your avatar, and then you go through like their version of your esports career where you're going through arcade tournaments, slowly working up your level all the way up to like the proper world stage of like Tekken tournaments. And you can customize your avatar and whatever. Remember
Why are you
when
so proud?
When Tekken, because
You look like a proud dad right now. like you just got done, snipping the umbilical cord. Just like, look at what we have here.
That's my baby boy right there. No, but let me break it down. Remember when this thing first came out, I called you. Actually, me and you talked about this as I was playing it live. Remember? And I was like, this arcade quest is. I didn't like it. I was like, this looks very childish. I don't like it. It's kind of crappy. But the more I played, the more I understood the structure and what their vision was. And just like the campaign, I fell in love with it. So that's why I'm like super proud about it, because it's not something that I got in as a fanboy and it immediately clicked. So I doubt that, like, do I like it because it's good or do I like it because I'm a fanboy? I actually got in to Arcade Quest very critical of it. And then I left like, oh, this is awesome. That makes me love it even more.
Okay.
That
sounds hot.
So that's Arcade Quest. Then there's Super Ghost Battle, but that one's always been around. Did you do the ghost battles in Tekken 7? Ham?
I'm sorry, what's that? I'm sorry, my daughter came into the room, so.
Okay, did you play the ghost mode in Tekken 7 where you play against like an unending amount of CPU opponents and then you get like chests and then you get customizable items, etc., for your fighters?
No.
All right, so here it's different because now you play against the computer, sure, but now you're playing against an AI that is tailor-made to your moves. So your habits, the way you play, your style, it mimics you. So at first, you were kind of kicking its ass. But by the time you've played it for like 4 or 5 hours, it knows what you're going to do. It's a proper fight. And you're fighting yourself. You can see it pulling off combos and doing stuff that you usually do yourself. So that stuff's fun. So yeah, those are the modes. There's others I haven't mentioned, but dude, this thing is deep. This thing is deep. So have I convinced you to buy it?
Man, I'm on the ropes right now, man. I am on the
I need to get someone get K Mega in here. Someone get K. I think he can finish off him. He can finish you off.
No. Pause.
Someone get K Mega. Someone get K Mega. But yeah, dude, it's freaking awesome. I loved it. The only thing that frustrated me was in the main campaign I was playing. They forced me to play as King, and me being the asshole that I am, I always play the main campaign on the highest difficulty. But King is so hard to play with. I had to repeat that mission like 50 times. But yeah, great game. So next topic here is just more proof of the greatness that is Tekken 8. This is from VGC UK charts. Tekken 8 doubles. I repeat, Tekken 8 doubles Street Fighter 6's physical launch. So according to GI.biz, the title enjoyed a significant launch weekend within its genre, more than doubling the initial physical sales of last year's Street Fighter 6. Here's the quote. Last year, I was surprised at how low Street Fighter 6 UK sales were at physical retail. I wondered if it was a genre trend, but Tekken 8's UK physical sales are good and more than double the launch of Street Fighter 6. So who knows? Maybe it was the competition. Hamothy, before you have your say on this topic, I want to go in real quick and say, I know for anyone that's been paying attention when I talk, I know this is highly hypocritical for me to bring up this topic. I know it's highly hypocritical because I've always said UK sales. First, UK does not represent the whole world. Two, physical amounts to just 10% of the gaming population. I know it's a very small sample size, but Ham, a win is a win. A win is a win. That's all I want to say. We double Street Fighter sales. A win is a win. What's your take on it? And also, you didn't change the subject here, bro. On the screen.
I mean, that's a big deal. I mean, I'm over here still sweating, brother. I'm still sweating. Still thinking about Tekken and stuff like that. Like, oh shit. Okay. I just don't know. I don't even know what to say.
Doubles the sale. If numbers say anything, Ham, this thing is 2 times better than Street Fighter 6. And you enjoy Street Fighter 6, correct?
I thought Street Fighter 6 was pretty dope. And I'm not a Street Fighter fan, and you know that. I was calling it Street Fodder before it came out.
And I'm just saying, this is 2 times better. We have numbers. We have numbers that say it's 2 times better.
Yeah, just because it has double the number doesn't mean it's double the fun. Man, this ain't no fucking doublemint gum.
I'm just saying.
Stop it.
Oh man. Let's go to the chat. Draw TJ says Mortal Kombat is the best. Second is Tekken, then Killer Instinct, then Street Fighter. Okay. That's your opinion, bro. It's cool. It's a valid opinion. Ham, how would you rank the fighting game franchises? Best to worst.
Oh man, I'm not even like huge in the fighting games, so
it's cool. Which ones do you prefer?
Okay.
Back from the dead. Welcome in, bro.
So I would have to say my favorite's Tekken.
There we go. The man he has sense, ladies and gentlemen. The man has sense.
My second favorite would probably be Mortal Kombat.
He's not perfect. That's all I will say.
My third favorite would probably be Soul Blade or Calibur.
Yes, Soul Calibur.
My fourth would probably be Power Stone.
Wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting that one.
My fifth would be, well, see, I want to say Street Fighter, but I really loved Marvel versus Capcom.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. Okay.
I'm gonna say the most recent Street Fighter went from being 7th to now 5th.
That's a big jump.
And it just knocked down Marvel versus Capcom for me. Just because they haven't done a good Marvel versus Capcom for a long time. They've done a Marvel versus Capcom. They just haven't done one that hit like as far back as like the Dreamcast.
2 was the best one.
Right.
MVC 2 was the best one. For me, obviously Tekken, and then Soul Calibur, number 2. Number 3 is Dead or Alive. Number 4, Virtual
I
Fighter.
forgot about Dead or Alive. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yep. Number 4 is Virtual Fighter. Notice the top 4 3D fighters. Actually, all 5 of them. Why? Because the 5th one is Bloody Raw. So there we go. If it's not a 3D fighter, it's probably not good.
Oh shit.
You forgot about that one as well.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Street Fighter, but you're right back to 6.
Yeah.
The 5th has got to be fucking Dead or Alive. Oh my god. Dead or Alive was so
physics.
dope.
It's
oh man,
physics.
busting people through walls and shit like that.
Yeah,
was just
that was actually the first one, right? That was the first game to
good.
do that.
Yeah, that. Don't forget about the volleyball in that game.
I'll just smile. I won't say
Yeah,
anything.
man, them physics were out of this world.
That was next gen. That's what I will say. Gogopo, is the new Tekken that good? I haven't played Tekken since 360. Dude, it's not good. This is all time good. Like, people are going to be talking about Tekken 8
Not
the same way we talk about the same way we talk about Tekken 3 and Tekken 5. That's how people are going to talk about Tekken 8. It is monstrous.
I don't like King of Fighters and Guilty Gear is I like the art style of Guilty Gear, but I don't really.
The fighting is stiff.
The fighting is very, very stiff to me, and I didn't.
I'm like K Mega. I'm like K Mega, as in I get in. Like most fighting games, I will play them. Like I will buy it. I will bite the bullet. I will play it. But if I'm not feeling it in 1 hour, I'm out. I'm not forcing it. I don't care if I paid $60. I'm out. I haven't been interested in Tekken since 2. First Mortal Kombat, second Soul Calibur. The rest are a tie for me. Not that big into fighting games. Fair enough. Vince wants Tekken number 1. Rival Schools. Have you played Rival Schools?
No, I haven't.
Okay, me neither. Bloody Raw, yes. Super Smash Bros. That's a good shout, although it's 2D, but yeah, okay. Blaze Blue. Nina and Warang, yes, they're both in there. They are both in Tekken 8. So.
Yeah, Nina's always up in there.
No. I think Nina missed. She has missed. Was it 5 or 4 or tag? Nina has missed like 2 Tekkens. There's been 2 Tekkens. Yeah, and Anna was in instead of Nina.
Oh, I remember Anna being like the secondary person way back in the day.
Yes. Anna is the one who's missed the most between the two. Nina's been in most of the Tekken games, but I remember Nina has missed 1 or 2 Tekken games where Anna was in. Tekken, then Dragon Ball Fighters, Injustice. Oof, Injustice. That campaign. Wow. See, Ham, that's how you treat legacy characters when you want to make them bad guys. What they did with the Injustice universe. They made Superman bad, but it was still respectful. You know what I mean? They didn't have to take a dump on his legacy. There's a way to do things, people. Nina is the fighting character I played the most of any fighting game. Then, bro, go ahead and buy Tekken 8. Anna is missing in Tekken 8 again. Yes, she is. Well, we don't know if she's going to be in the DLC characters, but from the base characters, she's not there. We're not sure if she's going to miss the whole thing. Hamathy, before we move on here from Tekken, I saw a lot of the people in the Tekken Discord that I'm in talking about characters that they would like to see show up as like guest appearances or whatever. Because Tekken 7 did that thing where they put in a bunch of like celebrity guest characters. We had that guy we had Negan. We had the dude from King of Fighters. I think it was Geese or Goose. I don't know. I forgot his name. Who would you like to see as a special guest character for Tekken 8? If you could pick anyone, whether it's from video games, whether it's from movies, comics, etc.
Chuck Norris.
That was quick, Ham. That was awfully quick. I need you to justify why. What?
I don't think there's anything to justify.
Chuck
I think he
Norris
is the justice.
Oh my goodness. Here's the justification.
Well, I mean, you're from Texas. You know this. He is the Ranger.
Goodness. All right.
In the
whatever.
eyes of the Ranger are upon you.
Okay, I'm not gonna sing that song. I'm not gonna do it. The person that I want to show up on Tekken 8 as a special guest, Ham, Sifu.
Okay.
If Sifu's in there, usually I don't take the time. I only learn Kazuya, like the characters that I practice. It's usually just Kazuya, Jin, Hwoarang, and Steve. Those are the only people I focus on to practice. If Sifu gets put in there, I might just buy some DLC. Vincent says I don't buy DLC. I also don't buy DLC for Tekken. But I bought Negan, and I will buy Sifu. If Sifu's there, I'm buying. Played Anna for fun in Tekken 8. The Black John. Did you enjoy Anna? I'm curious. This is a good shout, Ham. Black John says he wants to see Kiryu from Yakuza. That would be good.
Okay.
That would be good. All right, let's move on because Ham is not feeling.
I'm trying to think of who else
besides Chuck Norris.
Yeah,
Mike
yeah.
Tyson or Tyson Fury, says Sapo.
Dude, Mike Tyson would be pretty dope. I can't lie.
That's a bit expensive. And I wonder if they'll put him in there with the list. That would be good.
Oh man, that would be pretty hot.
I have a good one, Ham. Who would make you buy Tekken? Which guest would make you be like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna buy Tekken?
Which what?
Which special guest can you think of that if Tekken put them on there as a DLC character, you would just go out and buy Tekken? No questions asked.
I think if they brought, and this is a hell of a reach, right?
Let's go.
I feel like if they brought Jet Li's character from either the one,
the psycho or the good guy,
either one. I feel like if they tied the story in and had both of them in there, that'd be dope.
What? Okay,
right?
That's wild. Okay.
So either have that,
okay,
or his character in Unleashed.
Oh.
Is it Unleashed? Is that
the yeah? The one way he's like chained up like
collar.
a dog.
Yeah, and they take the collar off of him, and
then he goes psycho.
And he just beats the brakes off of everybody. Either that, or Tony Jaa from The Protector.
Yeah, those are some good shouts, huh? No wonder you took your time with it. No wonder you took your time. I'm with the one. I think that would be.
The one would have the best story arc of it, though.
Yeah, that would have like a proper pop.
That or IP Man, even IP Man would be pretty cool.
Donnie
Yen,
with those punches,
IP Man has his kind
with those punches. Oh my goodness!
I feel
Those
like IP
punches are
Man would
awesome.
fit in that as well, really good.
Yeah, they would find a way to fit him in. That would be good. IP Man would be good. Uh, Vince says Cat from Gravity Rush. I don't know who Cat is. Ham, do you know who Cat is?
No.
No. Okay. They need to add Taylor Swift.
Oh my goodness.
Monk, why you like this? Why you like this? It's bad enough we have to deal with football. Now we have to deal with it in gaming. Come on.
Right.
Vincent says, in that vein,
Sick
2B from Neo Automata to play like Yoshimitsu. Ooh, if 2B is in there.
Oh shit! Is Yoshimitsu in that game?
Yeah, Yoshimitsu's in there.
Fuck.
What, you don't like Yoshimitsu?
That's turning me off.
Why? What's your problem with Yoshimitsu?
Because he's like notorious for fucking me up in that game. And I hated him in Soul Calibur too. I
He's got
hated
awkward movements.
him and Valdo are the two motherfuckers I hated in Soul Calibur.
Oh, Voldo is easy to deal with. Yoshi, not so
Valdo's
much.
easy to deal with, but he's just creepy and gross. Like I just
Oh,
don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
Valdo. And his whole like he has like the like Wolverine talon things and like yo, I wasn't Valdo's too much for me, dog.
Someone does not like Voldo.
Yoshimitsu is just that man just pissed me off with that sword and shit, man. God damn it. That shit used to
Yeah,
get
but the
me.
problem with Yoshi is his movement. Because Voldo, for me at least, he's just awkward with his ground movements. But if you use Siegfried, you just have to spam the sweeping attack for Voldo's like prone movements on the ground. Yoshi, the problem with Yoshi is that he's got movements into the foreground, background, and even behind you that he can make in an instant, and that's what makes him troublesome. They need to add Tiger King to Tekken. I'm good. One king is enough. Ham will love Alisa. You should try Alisa. Have you played with Alisa, Ham?
No, I haven't.
Jin's sister, I think. She's decent. She's decent. They could add Taylor Swift to Call of Duty. You already have Nicki Minaj. Oh my goodness.
I mean, that's true.
They need to add Lena Khan. All right. We're good with the guests. We're good with the guests.
All right. Yeah, I think we're all set now.
We're
Like,
all set.
done.
Let's move on.
Close it out. Oh my god. Like,
Even your Danny is rolling on the floor right now. All right.
I can't. We're done.
Moving on. This one's from Kotaku. Power World devs are aware of the game's growing cheating epidemic. So before I get into this article, Ham, are you aware of cheating in Power World? I'm curious.
I'm not gonna lie. I am not. I'm too busy playing it.
All right, so let's get into it.
Okay.
While Power World sells millions of copies and reaches millions of people, Pocket Pair confirmed in a Twitter post on January 25th that the official servers have been inundated with hooligans exploiting the game. The studio said that although it's currently difficult to completely prevent all cheating immediately, it intends to focus even more on security to create a safe environment for everyone to play in. It's unclear what countermeasures Pocket Pair has deployed. Oh, okay. So Pocket Pair dropped a new Steam patch on January 25th that implemented countermeasures against various cheats and exploits, while fixing loading screen bugs, world date display issues, and incorrect text problems. Xbox will get this patch too as soon as it's ready. So the people that are exploiting Power World are killing players and stealing monsters. So here's a post from someone that is a level 50. Sorry, here's a post from someone that is complaining about the cheats. So earlier today, I was online minding my business, setting up my ranch. Some random level 50 somehow force joined my guild. I know they did because I've gotten other requests and denied them. I saw no request from said person, and made himself guild master so I couldn't kick him, and then proceeded to start destroying my base, then dropped me a bunch of resources and guns, saying he's made up for it. Out of sheer paranoia, I don't know whether to continue on this server or find a new one. Was an official server too. Hamothy, thoughts?
I mean, that's some scary shit.
Yeah.
That's not what I'd like to see. But I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that other than get your shit together in the security department. But I
But you
mean,
personally haven't experienced anything.
I haven't experienced anything. I haven't been cheating, but I also have my server set to like, I believe only like friends or players. Or here I'm kind of curious to see how I have mine set up. It's crazy because I have the game on right now. It's like,
Yeah.
you know.
Imagine if they start doing exactly that while we're live.
So
that would really be something.
So when I look at my world settings, yeah, I have multiplayer on. Yeah, I just have multiplayer on. There is no friends only or anything. I thought there was, but there,
So
yeah,
anyone can jump in.
You're supposed to get an invite code, so that's pretty interesting. If people are just hopping in a game,
bro.
I mean,
and this thing about like destroying everything that you made and then being like, okay, here's a bunch of resources. Now go ahead and rebuild that shit. I haven't really harmed you in any way, and then bouncing. Is that fair?
I mean, that's nuts. It stinks if you're just trying to play the game the regular way, the way the game came out, because you can make custom settings and stuff like that to make things happen faster. And I'm sure a lot of people dug into that and cheated their way to get stuff faster. But
hopping into people's worlds, that kind of sucks.
Right. But yeah. If you had something created and figured out and somebody just randomly hops in your shit, it makes you wonder how you're gonna. It makes you rethink about how to tackle the game or how serious you even take the game, right?
Yeah. Hey man, good luck to whoever's playing Power World without protection. Ham, get you some
Without
protection,
man. You going
get
in
you
raw.
That's not what. uh Okay, Mr. Jonah hello, look. Hello, my brother in Kojima. Did you see that you can pre-install Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta? We're getting more Metal Gear. What?
It doesn't matter.
I will be checking my PlayStation as soon as I get off this podcast. I promise. And if it's for real, I'm pre-ordering that bad boy as soon as I can. Thanks for the shout, though.
Is Metal
Appreciate
Gear
you.
a PlayStation only thing for you?
It just feels better.
Like I'm
not better, not better, but just like home. You know what I mean? Buying Metal Gear on PlayStation just feels like the right thing to do. I know it's on Xbox as well, but PlayStation has so few exclusives that taking the time to go through buying like vouchers or whatever for this specific exclusive, and I'm probably not going to buy another one for a couple of months. It doesn't seem like it's not a real problem for me. It would be a problem if PlayStation had like an exclusive popping every few months, or every month there's an exclusive and then I have to risk my details or whatever. But right now, as it is, I don't mind. Going through the work. I don't know. It's just something about with Metal Gear. I need to see the triangle logo. I need to see the X, box, and circle.
No, I get that. That's fine. I mean, I'm doing the same thing with Devil May Cry, right? So I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
where I initially played it when I was a little kid, so I just decided to get it all on PlayStation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't blame you.
Rachie says Xbox needs to do something. It's Xbox's only big game for those next 3 months. Sony is killing, not in February. Ham, you think this is something Xbox should get involved with? The Power World situation.
What do you mean?
Richie is insinuating here it's Xbox's only game for the next 3 months. And Sony, starting in February, is going to start like releasing bangers, starting with Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. So, should Xbox be concerned and offer assistance for the whole Power World cheats thing?
I mean, I don't think that would be harmful for them to offer assistance. I think that'd be pretty dope. But I mean, in all actuality, I don't think Microsoft really needs to do shit.
They're good.
I mean, yeah. I mean, in my opinion, I think so. I mean, it'd be kind of them to, help Power World or whatever. But I just feel like they might have like bigger fish to fry and other things to. I mean, because I feel like Microsoft's always looking so much further than we as people are. Where we're looking at the next month or next couple months, they're looking at the next decade, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just like I'm not sure if they need to hit the brakes and stop and help the person on the side of the road right now when they're already making hand over fist from them, right? I mean, the only reason I'd say they should do something like that is if they're looking to maybe get them.
Man, we're going to get into this again. Do you think that's a purchase worth making?
I mean, it's not a bad purchase. It's a small, simple game that attracts a lot of people. That seems to be a big piece of what Xbox likes, to be honest. And I don't mind it at all because, in its essence, it's just a game. It's a video game, and this seems to be really fun. It captured my attention. It captured many other people's attention. So I don't think it'd be a bad purchase by Xbox to do something like getting this team, but at
Okay,
the
fair.
same time, I'm not sure if they really need them, seeing all the resources that they currently have. But then again, we
Yeah.
already know that Xbox have already said, we're not done yet. Right? They, they're on their Naruto right now. They're on their
Well,
Naruto arc.
at this point, ain't nobody worried because you're gonna put it everywhere anyway. So you can buy it. It's cool. It's still gonna come to PlayStation. Mr. Joanna Duck, what about Foam Stars, that banger? LOL. All right. So Ham, the games that are coming in February is Foam Stars,
Let them know.
Grand Blue Fantasy, Hell Divers, and Final Fantasy VII. This isn't small. Last time this happened was 2021 with Xbox. Considering, right, the numbers that we all saw with the Activision Blizzard acquisition, is it fair for me to say, Ham, first off, Foam Stars, no one's going to buy that because it's going to PS Plus. Grand Blue Fantasy is another great JRPG that people aren't going to support. Hell Divers is going to see a slight surge and will be dead by the end of the year. And Final Fantasy VII will...
You are disrespectful.
Final Fantasy VII will, just as Square Enix said themselves, disappoint in sales. They're the ones who said it. All right, for part one, it wasn't me. They're the ones who said the
Yeah, but you dragging it through the mud. I see what you're doing.
So technically, does Sony have anything to look forward to in February?
Yeah. I mean, Sony does, yeah.
Right.
And I I think they do. I think Final Fantasy is going to do good enough numbers to give Sony the money that it's looking for. I'm not sure if it's going to
What
get
about
Square
Square?
Enix.
What about
Yeah, I
Square?
mean, I don't know about Square Enix, but I think Sony might walk away feeling all right after it. Like I don't
Alright.
know, like what's to say about that. I don't know what the deal is behind the closed doors or anything, but it would definitely it'd be surprising if this wasn't a good month.
Okay. We shall see the numbers. It'll track on NPD. People talk about it's a banger, it's a banger. And then like a couple of months later or next year, we'll find out, oh, the sales actually weren't great. But no
Yeah, we'll
one's going
see.
to backtrack. No
I
one's going to
mean,
backtrack.
I don't think you're gonna see Power World numbers, but you're gonna see some. I think you'll see some numbers.
All right. I'm sure it'll make it into the top 10 of NPD. I mean, if you're a PlayStation fan, it's been rough. The last few months have been rough. Anyways, let's move on to a rumor from VGC. Square Enix's visions of Mana could be coming to Game Pass. As spotted by users on X, the game's website explicitly, so this is Visions of Mana's website. This is not some Reddit leaker or whatever. This is from their own website. It explicitly refers to Game Pass, despite the fact that the game has yet to be confirmed for Microsoft's subscription service. When searching for the game via a search engine, the preview text field refers to the game as coming soon to Xbox Series S, X, and Game Pass. Hamothy, does this prove or explain why Visions of Mana had such a big spotlight at the developer direct, and maybe someone at video editing forgot to insert coming to Game Pass?
Man. I think it's gonna be coming to Game Pass. I think it. I think it would. Like
Why? Because of the way it looks, or the way
no,
it
not
was
because of the way
presented
it
and
looks.
spotlighted?
Just because of the spotlight and whatnot. I mean, I don't know. I feel like maybe they're just gonna try a little something different and see if they could slip. Because I feel like if it wasn't coming to Game Pass, I don't know. It would have been more of a, I don't know, more open. I don't know, to be honest. I just feel like it's gonna be going into Game Pass, to be honest. I
For
just do.
me, it's 100% because of the way they did the spotlight thing. Because remember when we did our reaction, it's something that we all pointed to. Like, that was a very odd placement for a
It
random
was.
JRPG, and uh, uh, like a large amount of time was dedicated to this, and we were all like, "What is going on?" It kind of disrupted the pacing. You know what I mean? And we maybe memories failing me right now, but I think we all agreed that it felt like the way they were presenting it, we all felt like by the end we're gonna see coming to Game Pass. That's what it felt like. That's what was gonna happen. So when it didn't happen, it was weird. And now with this report coming in, it's like, okay, this is confirmation of of what we were questioning. Ham, can you check the comment on the screen right now?
Okay, it says these rumors, Power World sell over 20 million. They just don't want to ruffle any feathers. Yeah, I seen that rumor the other day. K Mega was showing it to me. And I don't know. I mean, that sounds wild. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is it doesn't sound out of the realm of possibility.
Possibility.
Yeah. I personally think it's probably around 12, 13. But if it comes to be like 20 million, then I'm whatever. I'm not surprised, man. It's literally on my TV right now. Like, I get it.
But why not announce it?
I don't know why you wouldn't want to announce something like that.
Yeah, that's why I think it's
That's
it's
why it
kind
feels like some cap, right?
yeah, it feels like cap because there's no real reason, there's nothing tangible to be like, don't put this out. It makes no sense to me. If because Pokemon's already investigating you, regardless, it's already happening. So difference between 8 million and 20 million is not going to change Pokemon's like intention of looking into you. It's not going to be like, oh, now they sold 20 million, so instead of that crack team of investigators, now let's get like the Avengers version of investigators to look into these guys because they sold 20 million. I don't think that's what's going to happen. So I don't understand why they wouldn't announce it. I just opened Statista. Shout out to Statista. And they specifically have 8 million copies. That is the official number as of right now. So I don't know. I don't know about that rumor, Gogo. I don't know. Visions of Mana looks like an indie game compared to Grand Blue Fantasy. Square Enix is doing dirty to the Mana franchise. That's true. Grand Blue Fantasy looks much better and bigger than Visions of Mana. Did you notice any difference? Have you even seen the trailer for Grand Blue Fantasy Relink?
Yeah, it looked hot.
Better than Visions of Mana, right?
Yeah. It's definitely silky.
Yeah. Okay, so Ham, here's a reason or a theory for why they wouldn't announce 20 million copies sold. The Twitter PR person got mob lynched by the Pokestans. Thoughts?
I don't know. That's just I don't know.
Yeah.
I
That's not
need
reason enough.
I need some evidence before I get behind any of this.
Yeah. But anyway, going back to the topic, if Visions of Mana is on Game Pass, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said before, this was a game that I was firmly putting into my backlog, but definitely going to get eventually. But if it's on Game Pass, then I don't have to take any risks with a JRPG that I might not like. I can now give it a go, and if it vibes, then I'll just buy it, and then I'll play it when I have time. Let's move on to the next topic. 29 days into 2024 and 6,000 plus video game layoffs have been announced. The cover says everything. The title says everything. We don't have to get into it, but let me just list off the studios and how many people left. Bossa Studios, 19 people. This was January 5th. January 8th, Unity Software, 1,800 people. January 9th, Twitch, 500 people. On the same day, Playtika, 300 to 400 people. Discord, January 11th, 170 people. Lost Boys Interactive, January 12th, 125 people. Fun Selector, 3 people. These are guys that made Art of Rally. Poll to Win, 45 people. Thunderful, 20%, so 100 people. Pixelberry Studios, we don't know how many people left. NetSpeak Games, 25 people. Wemo Games, 35 people. Behavior Interactive, the guys that made Dead by Daylight, 45 people. CI Games, 15 to 20 people. 31st Union, less than 10 people. Metaverse, 70 people. Entrive, NCSoft, 70 people. Riot Games, 530 people. One player mission, 15 people. People can fly, 30 plus people. Black Forest Games, 50 people. Microsoft, 1,900 people. Raycon Games, 60 people. Little Red Dog, 27 people. Eidos Montreal, 97 people. Chief Rebel, 21 people.
That's a
What
lot.
are your thoughts? That's a lot of people. It's a lot
That's
of
a lot of
people.
companies.
Yep.
It goes to show just the time of year it is, man. Just the time of year it is, and it kind of goes. Shout out to Bloody Nux because he said this on Lemon's podcast the other day. COVID, that shit gone. Then you know that extra all those extra people. You remember all these people looking for people to get hop in. You know we got jobs available here, jobs available here, jobs available here, and everybody
there was more jobs than people.
Yeah, everybody was hiring. It felt like from everywhere, and yeah. Now it's just like, all right, well, now that it's time for people to return to work. There's less of a need of remote. Time to come back. Back to we're going back to pretty much where we were in like
2019, 2018.
Yeah. 2018, 2019, yeah.
So I read that article. The way I read the article, monotone, just reading one after the other, was actually intention. I did that on purpose. I just wanted to illustrate that is how the companies see people. The way I was just mouthing off 3 people, 45 people, 100 people. The way I was saying it as if we're just doing stock take. Remember at your previous job? Remember how you used to do stock take? Just talking about games as if they're disposable things. Just like numbers. We have 6 copies of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Right.
50 copies of whatever. Just being nonchalant about it. That is how these companies see people. That's how they see us. Just a number on a spreadsheet. For me, it's not really that heartbreaking. You know why, Ham? Because it's just proof positive that the indie scene will never die. Because all these people, you think they're just gonna lay down and die? You think they're just gonna become retail like officers or work on a farm? Or no, these people are game devs. They make games. What they're going to do is create the next Electronic Arts. They are going to be the next BioWare. They are going to make the next CD Projekt Red, etc., etc., etc. This churn, it just creates more competition in gaming. It's going to suck in the short term for them, but in the long term, for us at least as consumers, they're just going to come up and make better like indie companies and make indie games like Pal World that Ham can't even stop playing for a freaking 2-hour podcast. Yeah, I'm shooting shots right now. I'm not even hiding right now. This man cannot even look at the screen. We change subjects. Motherfucker won't even change the subject on the screen. We're talking about the next thing. We still have the image from the previous subject. Thanks to Power World.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, screw Power World. That's what I have to say about that. Power World is screwing with TSWS programming. All right? Someone shut that down.
Man,
Shut that down. Shut it down, please. Richie, everyone was talent hunting, and now businesses are filtering their workforce for best value to performance ratio. Gogo Paul, Loki should play some Power. No. I'm avoiding Power World the same way I avoided Vampire Survivors. Remember him? I got into Vampire Survivors like 9 months after the initial craze. I'm doing it because I'm looking at my brother Ham can't keep a conversation for 5 minutes because of Power World. And you're telling me you should try that good. What? Look at what it's doing to Ham barely has enough time to sleep. Man is what it's talking about. Ever since Power World came out, Ham, if I'm lying, tell me that I'm lying. But ever since Power World came out and you installed that thing on your console, you haven't had one good night's sleep. You have you slept for 8
had
hours?
A good night's sleep.
8 hours.
Earlier.
8 hours.
No, it wasn't 8 hours. I haven't had 8 hours of sleep.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
Wow.
I rest my case. You know why? Because the man puts his daughter to sleep. He puts his wife to sleep. It's 9 p.m. Brother man, instead of being like, let me recover some Z's, he's just hearing Power at the back of his mind. Like, dude, we need to build the base. We need to capture some Pokemon. So no, Gogopo, I will not be playing Power World. I have a lot of things to get to. All right. Gogo says Power World is love. Okay. All right. Thank you, Vincent. Vincent gets it. Vincent gets it. Click the comment on the screen, Ham. This guy gets it.
Try this crack. You'll love it.
Yeah. I'm hype, bro. I'm looking at my homie right next to me, and I'm like, nah, I'm all set.
Yeah.
I'm all set.
You want to hit that shit?
No, I'm good. I'm good. And it's not just you, Ham. I've seen Matt. What about Matt? Matt be rocking up to the podcast just wasted. And I'm like, dude, what's happening? He's just, Power World, bro. It's Power World. I'm like, dog, what? He's like, can I give me some Power World?
Yeah.
Settle down, man. Settle down. Imagine if they start doing Power World RP type modes. What are RP? What are RP type modes? What are those?
Role playing, I'm guessing.
Oh, okay. Then I might have to play it. If they add a campaign and some story to Power World, I'm screwed. I am 100% screwed. 108 Dragons, welcome in, bro. Welcome in.
Jack and Lemon, good to see you, brother.
What's happening? Lemon, who you got in Super Bowl? Who you got? Monk Bloody says it'll make you feel good. I'm sure. I am sure. I'm sure it'll make me feel good. Lastly, on this whole layoffs thing, we at TSWS, I think I speak for Ham, Cozy, and Matt when I say this. We at TSWS hope you guys all land on your feet and wish you all the best. Moving on to the next topic. New Deus Ex game reportedly cancelled by that gaming company. Embattled gaming company Embracer Group has canceled an in-development Deus Ex game that Eidos Montreal was working on, according to a new report from Bloomberg. The untitled and unannounced RPG was reportedly in pre-production for 2 years and was set to enter production later this year. An anonymous source told Bloomberg. The last Deus Ex game was 2016's Deus Ex Mankind Divided. The cancellation comes not long after the Swedish conglomerate slashed up a bunch of publishers and studios, failed to secure a $2 billion deal, and subsequently laid off nearly 5% of its workforce. And according to Bloomberg, more layoffs could be hitting Eidos in the wake of the Deus Ex cancellation. Hamothy, I'm going to be brief with this one. Oh, Lemon has sense. He chose the Chiefs. Yes. I will be brief with this one, Ham. I have never really understood the hype with Deus Ex. For me, it's just kind of like okay-ish games. I don't hate them, but it's like, okay, it's just another game. But a lot of people were losing their minds on Twitter. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's just a lot of history. It's like a cult following, you know. It just stinks, you know. You see a game. I mean, whether you love something or hate something, when you see something's been around for a long time, it's like that store. It's like that mom and pop store that you see down the street, but you never shop there. But when you see that it says like,
closing
for rent, and you don't see any, anything in there, and it's completely empty. You're like, oh damn, that's too bad.
Yeah,
like that's that's kind of the way I look at that. But at the same time, Embracer, they ain't doing you no favors right now at all. So like, this is just a tight spot for anybody under the umbrella of Embracer right now. Especially if you're not like Crystal Dynamics and like an IP like Tomb Raider or something like that, then you're being questioned if you even need to be around anymore. So I feel like they look at a game like Deus Ex and they're just like, why are we still doing this?
Yeah, and Vint has a shout here that's worth mentioning him. He says like, I bet they were planning on making a games as a service Deus Ex game, and then they failed. Can you imagine a Suicide Squad style Deus Ex game?
That sounds fucking tragic, to be honest.
In a way, it's better that it got cancelled. That's honestly, I would rather, if Suicide Squad was cancelled, I would be happier.
Oh damn! Come on, man.
I'm serious. That now. I'm serious, dude. I would go.
Like I said, that game didn't
a level further. I'll go a level further. I hope this thing fails. I hope it crashes and burns. When I found out that it launched, and they had to take it down. When I found out that it launched and they had to take it down because of how broken it was, I was just like, where my champagne at? Where that? What happened?
You are foul.
Someone uncork this ice cold, Remy. That's what I was thinking. I was like, let's do this on a Monday. Let's get tipsy. So yeah, Deus Ex not getting another one for me is like whatever. But yeah, I'm not stressed about it. Not getting another game. I'm not stressed about it at all. What I don't understand is why don't people stump up the cash? I don't understand. It's just $2 billion. Okay, $2 billion to me and you is a fortune, Ham. But to Sony, to Microsoft, to Nintendo, $2 billion is chump change. How come no one is buying Embracer? Or why is no one buying all the IP from Embracer?
Because they're trying to get it on that dirt cheap.
What? How much cheaper can it get?
I don't know.
All right. Rachie says the PC community would lose it if they cancel a Half-Life project. Listen, Gabe Newell doesn't know how to count to 3, so it's just 1 and 2s. Don't worry about that. Let's move on. RIP to Deus Ex and Embracer Group, because I don't think Embracer is gonna make it. If they do, it'll be a shocking turnaround, but I don't think they're gonna make it. Next, we have everyone will finally get to play Skull and Bones 6 years after it was revealed. Ham, this game is still coming out, bro.
It's
it's still coming out, bro. That's wild.
We cannot do a C-section on this game. It must be delivered the right way.
Oh my goodness. Let's go. Ubisoft's often delayed online pirate game Skull and Bones will finally, thanks to a newly announced open beta. Okay, so it's still a beta.
Yeah.
Not the actual game. Okay.
No.
Be something that anyone, yes, even you, random reader, can actually play. The open beta starts next month and arrives shortly before the game launches over 6 years after its reveal. Hamati, 2017, this thing was announced. Is it real? Is this thing actually releasing?
I think it will, for sure. I mean, they're doing all these tests for a reason. I had the ability to get into the last one, had it downloaded, didn't play it. I heard it's actually pretty fun, but I'm not looking to pay for kind of fun, you know?
Power World has made people very spoiled in these last 2 weeks.
Well,
That's what
just the way you described Tekken just a moment ago as well. Like that doesn't sound kind of fun. That sounds
no,
like
no.
like
That's
a
a
good
full
time.
game, bro. That's a
And
full game. It's fun right now. It won't get fun.
like
Go ahead.
and like Spider-Man 2, you know? Not kind
What?
of fun. It's a good game.
Why would you say that? What's wrong with
Oh my goodness. Here you go. All right.
you?
Leave it alone.
You're the one who brought it up, dude.
I'm just saying. Skull and
Embrace it.
Bones,
Yes.
I just don't know what I'm getting, and that game kind of scares me.
Yeah, and we don't even know if it's gonna come out. It might end up like the whole Star Citizen thing. Embracer also has 120 studios. That would be tragic. Yeah, if they shut down, it would be crazy. It is more real than Star Citizen. True, Ray J. This game is more real than Star Citizen.
It's more respectful. That's for
Damn.
sure.
Okay, you said you think it's going to come out.
Yeah,
I think
I do.
this game, I'll believe it when I see it. I feel about this game the way I feel about the Dallas Cowboys. I don't care how good you do during the season. I want to see you not only get to the Super Bowl, I want to see you win. This game, I don't care what betas, what omegas, I don't care what alphas, I don't care what stage it's at until it's released. And then I see it at the shop on PlayStation or Xbox. This thing is a pipe dream. That's honestly how I see this game. I'm sorry.
You are so cold for that, man. You are on your ice right now. You sitting on ice.
No, I'm not. Ice cold facts. That's what I'm spitting. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Yakuza Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth has the Yakuza series' best Steam launch. Like a Dragon has logged the Yakuza series' biggest ever launch on Steam, with more than 4 times the player count of previous mainline entry Yakuza Like a Dragon. Infinite Wealth, which arrived January 26th as the 8th. Oh, someone needs to do some editing at IGN. As the 8th mainline Yakuza game, not as the 8th mainline. Oh my goodness. It's just an H. Anyway, achieved a peak concurrent player count of 46,161 during its launch weekend, compared to the 7th. See, just put an H at the end. Put an H to the 7th mainline entry peak of 9,535 concurrent players, according to SteamDB. The previous record was held by spin-off Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name, which launched November 2023. But even this was just 13,000 peak concurrents and therefore blown out of the water by Infinite. Wow. So from 13 to 45,000. Can we now say that the Yakuza games are mainstream?
Yeah, it's definitely trending that way. I mean, I feel like now would be a good time to say, yeah. I mean, just to be flat out honest.
Okay.
How do you feel about it? You've played like all of them.
No, I haven't. I've played all of them in sequence, right? But I'm still on the 5th one. I still haven't played all of the Yakuza games. Thanks to Starfield, right? Thanks to Starfield, thanks to Football Manager 2024, and now thanks to Tekken, I haven't been able to finish Yakuza 5, but I will get to it eventually. For me, I'm just a bit disheartened with Like a Dragon or the Yakuza series becoming mainstream, because this might get people to log off the channel or unsubscribe or whatever, but I have to be real. I don't like the fact of it going mainstream, because then we're going to get more grifters from the US to start paying attention to it. We're going to get more localizers. We're going to get more sensitivity training people. We're going to get more people that are going to sit there and be like, the original vision that the Japanese people get to enjoy, Loke 7 doesn't get to enjoy that, because he doesn't live in Japan. I don't know if you saw Oh No, It's Alex's video that he launched yesterday. I checked it out, and then I went to do more research. Localizers in the States are losing their minds. It's to the point where the localizers, they think they have the same creative rights as the motherfuckers that make games.
That's a problem.
Essentially, it's
They're
to
calling
the point,
themselves
Ham.
a writer, pretty much.
Yeah, it's
They're
beyond that,
rewriting
Ham.
people's scripts.
It's worse than that, Ham. Do you know what they're doing now? Now they're actively consulting with the design teams in the game to say, for example, this woman's cleavage is too big. Her assets are too big. Her skirt is too short. And these are not just claims by Oh No, It's Alex or by the article that he referenced. There's videos of influential localizers talking about that's what they are doing, not what they're going to. That's what they are doing, literally. So when I see that a beloved Japanese franchise is doing numbers like this, it's just proof that fine, they're gonna get their mitts on it. And now we can't have good things anymore. Now we can't. Is it still a Japanese game, Ham? Is it still a Japanese game? Answer me this question, Ham. Is it still a Japanese game if Lauren from Los Angeles with pink hair has her mitts all over it? Is it still a Japanese game?
Well, I mean, is it still American if somebody in Japan's playing it?
Playing it is different.
Oh, you're talking about in the writing and stuff like that.
I'm talking about switching up the entire story, dude.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Then I see what you're saying. You're taking the essence away from the product.
Yes.
So yeah, I was a little mixed up, and I thought you were talking about the customer versus the person behind the scenes. So, but you weren't talking about the customer at all. You were talking about the person that is pretty much sealing of approval.
Yes.
For this local, this localized nation, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I see what you're saying. And we've already we've had problems with this forever, right? And that's why you'd always hear people say like, oh man, like you should watch this version of it instead of this dub version or something like that, because it takes the feeling and whatever away. And like I get that, and I want it to stay as close to the feeling as possible. So because I'm for dub, I like dub. I like being able to just sit back, relax, and just listen to it, watch what's going on. So if you're taking the feeling more away to make it more appropriate, it's that you're ruining it completely, because I'm misinterpreting what the initial message actually is, no matter how wild, foul, perverted, whatever it is. If that's what the artist made, then like if you know, there's plenty of like nude paintings and stuff like that. Like if you go up and put a shirt on one of those, like, or paint a shirt on somebody like on one of those nude paintings, it just ruins it. Like just because it's just like, oh, this. I mean, I don't want to offend anybody. It's like then don't go there. Don't play it. Don't. No,
Yes.
it's just like I'm not expecting everybody to like everything, so stop trying to do that for people. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what's intended for the IP itself and just keep it pushing.
What I can foresee now is that people are gonna start like trying to jailbreak their consoles, like the big JRPG fans or people that are really weebs, right? They're just gonna set their console to like Japan and to do everything they can to make sure that when they buy a Japanese game, they get the Japanese game. I really suggest, Ham, that you and everyone else in here in the chat go and watch Oh No, It's Alex's video. Go check out the articles that are referenced in that video. It's not pretty. The future is not looking pretty at all. It still has its quirky style, so yes, it's still a Japanese game. All right. I'm waiting for the really dedicated people to start coming up with like comparison videos, Ham, where they're like, this is what was said in the original. This is what the Western world got. Do like a compilation of the whole game or of the upcoming games. And then, Sapo, I want you to make a decision. As for me, I feel exactly like Ham. The only reason, right, and this goes back to the Gears of War thing, Ham, the only reason we're interested in the Yakuza franchise is because of what the original vision was. As soon as you change that vision, it's not Yakuza anymore. The only reason we cared about Gears of War is because of the original vision. Once you turn it around,
it's not even Yakuza
it's
anymore.
not Gears of War anymore. Yeah, true. Okay, yeah, it's like a dragon. They changed even the name. They took it away.
So it's already going that direction.
It's gone already. You go to Star Wars, you can do the same thing with Star Wars. The original concept, we all loved it. You turned it around and turned it into a monster. Suddenly we don't like it. We're racist, we're sexist, etc. Anyway, Raichi, are you telling me they will remove the Mezu King arcade? If it offends anyone of the right persuasion, because the issue is not offense here, Ham. It's not that they don't want to offend people. They don't want to offend the wrong people. That's all I will say. Otherwise, we're gonna spend another hour here.
Right.
If they saw all the weird stuff they made in Yakuza 0, 1, 2, they saw, Reichi, they saw everything in 0, 1, 2, 3. You know what they did? They made a PowerPoint, they made an Excel sheet, and they pointed out every single time they got offended on Yakuza 0, 1, 2, and 3. And they were like, this is not happening again. Vincent says, I'm in America. Hollywood adapts and appropriates foreign movies to our standards. Look at Old Boy, for example. Again, Vincent, if the US makes their own version of Like a Dragon or Yakuza with their own studio or whatever, everyone is free to do what they want. I'm not here trying to Pokemon and say that you can't make a game around the Japanese mafia just because someone else has done it before. This is not Pokemon versus Power World. Do whatever you want. Do what thou wilt, all right? But when you go to the source and you take the source, then you take a shit on the source, we have a problem. You can go and make a shooter that's similar to Gears of War. Do whatever you want with that story. Knock yourself out. Don't take Gears of War and take a dump on it. That's where we have a problem.
I feel that.
Young Yakuza or Japanese Yakuza. Ham, are you going to play with the Young audio when you eventually play Infinite Wealth?
I'm not even exhaling because of that.
Why? Why?
Because I already know, like, I mean, I've heard some of it, and I just think it's a little cringy, but it doesn't bother me. It's whatever.
You'd rather do that than read subtitles.
I'm just, to be honest, probably.
Me and you are very different.
Yeah, we are.
What?
But let me tell you, I got a lot of Yakuza to play.
Yeah.
And I'm the kind of person that wants to go from 0 to 5. I don't want to start at 5 and then go around and figure it.
No.
I want to go from, and I'm not gonna be sitting there trying to get the 100% or playing 3 times to beat it or anything like that. I'm just gonna
Power
once
through it.
each game. Boom, 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 boom. And I don't know
We are
when it's
very
gonna
different.
start. Well, I don't know when it's gonna start, but I'm gonna do it.
You know what my Yakuza ritual is? First off, I play all the side missions. Second, as soon as I start the game, well, not as soon as, but as soon as I get into a city and I'm free to roam around, that becomes my grind game for like 2 weeks. So like on podcasts where I'm guesting, or when I just want to listen to podcasts, I just run around the city grinding. I do like the actual circle, just running around the city, just grinding. I level up every single one of my stats. It can take me 2, sometimes 3 weeks per Yakuza game. And only after I've maxed everything out, that's when I go to the main campaign. That's when I go to the side missions. And I roll everyone. That's how I play Yakuza.
Yeah, you play it to the point where it's like impossible for you to lose.
I'm just being honest. Vincent says it's censorship. Why nobody calling it that? Do you think it's censorship? The whole thing about localizers trying to make essentially their own version of a game.
Well, if you're taking away from what the game was initially trying to like if you're taking away what the point of the message was that the people were trying to give, or trying to kind of pander to something else, or make it easier for certain people, it's just like, yeah, that's 100% a form of censorship. It is, because it's
That's
just
a bit
like,
much.
I mean, what is remember when we used to get like tapes, cassette tapes and stuff like that, like gray cassettes.
Yeah.
And like, I remember when I used to go to this place called Kmart, and they had cassette tapes, and I remember I bought the Eminem tape back before I had CDs, right? I bought the
Then
Eminem
you didn't
tape,
get all the
and
swear words.
it wasn't a parental advisory on it. So, but it had a bunch of different words to cover up what he was really saying. And so if you remember that song by D12 that he had, blue and yellow, purple pills. Remember that song?
Yeah.
Well, remember the music video, blue and yellow, or it is like blue and yellow, purple hills.
Yes,
they said hills.
Hills, not pills.
Exactly. They said hills in the actual thing. So it's like the message was distorted heavily, right?
Yeah.
To a point where me as a little kid wasn't really sure what the hell they were talking about, right? But then when I heard the actual version, I was like, oh.
That's what they
okay.
meant.
So yeah, that I mean, it's something that's
By
not
definition,
new to art,
that is, yeah.
but it's still kind of sad nonetheless, right? Because it's just like, if you're gonna do something, just do it or just don't. Why are we half-assing something like that? You know?
Because, Ham, it's not about the entertainment. It's not about delivering you a good game. The idea is to remake society. So for you, it makes no sense. For the people doing it, it's not about delivering the artistic view or the artistic vision. The idea is to use the artist's vision as a vehicle to convey something else. You got me?
Yeah.
That's why they call them grifters. It's like putting someone that doesn't even like video games in this position. They're not here to make sure this is a good game. They're here because they have a goal and an agenda, and that does not include you having fun. Simple as.
Yeah.
Yep. Richie, I didn't know this. He says that you need to make all the side quests first because they will stop you every second. I didn't know this. All I know is that every time before I go to a main mission, I always check the map to see if there's a side mission. If there's a side mission, I'm going to do that first, and then I'll go to the main. I've never been gated by the main mission because I've never been laser focused on the main mission. So I didn't know this. Look,
Bunty.
hey, Wagwan Bunty. Log 7, 100% the side quest. He completed the Mezzo King storyline. Of course I did. What are you talking about? Let's move on. But before we do, Ham, would you like to address the whole IGN kerfuffle from this morning?
From this morning?
Yes.
You're gonna have to refresh my memory.
I sent them to your DMs. It's the last two that I sent.
Okay.
The last two kerfuffles. I didn't want to talk about this.
So, is this one of them?
Yeah, the Suicide Squad one. That's the first one.
Okay, and then this was the other one. Cliff was okay.
Yeah, so we'll start with the Suicide Squad one. Goodness. Suddenly I've got a headache. Maybe we should just end the stream right here. It's been a good one.
I'm not sure if you really want to.
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice. Okay, this is IGN, right? They posted this on Twitter saying Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is currently 37% off in the UK, bringing the price down to just £43.96 days before its launch. And then they put the link here for their article. They got community noted saying that the coupon for the 20% discount is a site-wide code for eBay. It's not a direct discount on the game itself.
Oof.
Go ahead, what are your thoughts on this?
I think you know what I'm thinking. I think you know what I'm thinking, Loke. I want you to tell me what you think I'm thinking right now.
I'm thinking Vincent is right. He says Pal Brain is real. You have Pal Brain right now. That's what you're thinking. Boogie Main, what's happening? Welcome in.
No, that's not what I'm thinking, Loke.
What are you thinking?
When I see this and they get community noted like that, I'm just like, there's IGN with their sweet sources of knowing what they're talking about once again. That's what I'm thinking.
Jeremy Brown, look, how can you defend IGN? I don't think there's any defending it. I disagree with Ham when he says that this is them showing that they don't know what they're talking about, right?
Well, did they?
Let me not cross my arms, otherwise it looks like I'm defensive. I've got pal brain right now, Ham. I've got nothing to defend IGN with this one, because it's either you did this on purpose, therefore you have no integrity, or this was a mistake, therefore you're not properly checking and editing your articles / headlines. Either way, that's not a good look. That's all you're getting from me, bro. I have nothing else to add on this one. I thought about it, Ham. I was like, how can I defend IGN today? I've tried to look at this from many angles, even when I was driving in traffic. It's a 1.5 hour drive from work to my house, and I thought about it, and yeah, nothing. Just
I'm just here to tell you that IGN loves their clickbait.
Well, that's why we're here, right? To get people to click onto the site.
Sure, but
we're talking about that
this
specifically,
is why it's called bait.
Instead of just being a clickable article.
Exactly. Because you click it and then you realize, oh, this is bullshit.
Yeah. Bunty says, I'm getting a headache just talking about it. Something got in my eye. It's not a headache. Something just got in my eye when we're talking about this article. Yeah, but yeah, IGN didn't get already. They didn't get the code. They didn't get the code for the game, and people are speculating about it. Ham, did you see this? It says here that Richie says 360 online store is closing. Is that for real?
Yeah. The online store was set to close. I forgot what day it is, but if he says it's tomorrow, I don't doubt it.
No, I just opened the Xbox Wire article. It says it closes in July 2024.
Oh, okay. So
July 29th.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know it was set to close, but
let me put that in the comments. Anyone have anything to disprove this?
No. Rachie just said that they changed it to July.
Oh, okay. So they did. Okay. All right. Ham, the second IGN situation. I'm not trying to. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not happy about it.
I'm not trying to sugarcoat or run away from anything because it's IGN related or whatever. We're gonna get into this the same way we'd get into it if it was anyone else's situation. So IGN posted here saying Cliff Blazinski says Microsoft would ask for his help on Gears of War if they were smart, and ended it there. Cliff, the real Cliffy B, responded saying, clickbait, you fuckers. I said, if they were smart, it would be worth it for the PR alone. Ham, thoughts?
Shit like this is not good. Not a good look for either one of them.
Yeah, even for Cliffy B himself.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here thinking reactions like this is maybe why Microsoft might not want to rock with you. But then again, at the same time, it's like I understand why you'd respond like that to IGN, because it's just like, dude, what the fuck?
And when
Like
IGN says it,
I'm sitting here trying to like resurrect something, because that's what
yes,
Cliffy B's doing right now. He's trying
yeah,
to figure out his next direction. You can
him and the
tell
rest of the
by the
guys.
way he posts and stuff like that. I see some of his posts and stuff like that, and it's like he's kind of down a little bit. He's trying to pick himself back up, and seeing stuff like this isn't helpful, especially when you say something about something that was your pride and joy, and then somebody
Yeah,
takes it out of context to make what they make clickbait,
yeah.
and there you go.
So you think you should have just said, "This is incomplete"? They should have said the full quote, which is XYZ. That's what he should have said, in your opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to look, I mean, and see, I mean, Monk Bloody in the chat says Cliffy B is a toxic weirdo. See, he already has kind of like a sentiment of being kind of weird out in, gaming and whatnot. So he might have been cooked when it comes to working with Microsoft anyways, but at the same time, it's just like if you're trying to improve and change, you can't be the same thing that you're trying to get away from, right? So
Yeah,
so if this is if keeping it real is how you want to do it, then expect real results. You know what I'm saying? It's just like sometimes you just can't let it fly. You know what I mean? Like sometimes there's a time and a place. And for me, I mean, unless he has something going on himself and he just is like, I'm good, I don't need nobody else, I'm straight. I mean, that's cool. More power to him. That's fine. But if he's looking for something and going online talking like this, I mean, that's a hard sell for some. I mean, that's a hard buy for some people, And yeah, it's just not a good look.
Ham, me and you talked offline about this, right? But last year, I did get in touch with two members that were involved in the founding members of Gears of War, and it's true that that's how Cliffy B and even the rest of them feel. They feel like the franchise has been misguided and is going in the wrong direction. I 100% agree. Not because I got to talk to them or whatever, but because that's how I genuinely feel. That's why they even got in touch with me, right? And I just want to say something, Ham, that I guess it kind of sucks, but it's true. Cliffy B said nothing wrong here. Even the part where he said, "You fuckers." Because let me tell you something, Ham. The awkwardness or the Cliffy B still thinks his 2008 thing, that's what made Gears of War Gears of War. Cliffy
That's kind of
B
true.
and the rest of those founding members, these boys are metal. Them boys are raw. As soon as they took them out, they sucked out all the oxygen, all of the testosterone from Gears of War. And I completely, people have called me an IGN stan. I am an IGN stan, but in this specific case, I have no problem with what Cliffy B said, and I have no problem with his or all the other founding fathers' behaviors online. As far as burning bridges, Sapo, let me tell you something. Microsoft has no feelings. It's all about making that money. Cliffy B and the rest of the crew coming back to Gears of War and being handed the reins back, Gears of War will go back to being what it was, which is a tentpole franchise that is known to people far and wide. Right now, it's just gamers that know Gears of War. At its peak, Gears of War was right next to Halo. You had people that weren't even into video games, but they knew about Gears of War, them chainsaws and the Horde and whatever, the Locust, etc. Now people don't give a crap about Gears of War outside of the hardcore fans. And just like PlayStation has shown us from those leaks with Activision Blizzard, it's not the hardcore that keeps you alive. I'm sorry. The hardcore doesn't even buy enough God of War games. The hardcore, they don't do much. They don't move the needle. Who moves the needle is the people that play Madden, people that play FIFA. Gears of War, because of this pivot that they've made, removing these people that burned bridges but are super talented, they've turned into whatever it is that they've turned into, subpar. Gears of War is subpar today compared to what it was before. Am I capping him? Even though you enjoyed the campaign.
I wouldn't say it's subpar.
Compared to its peak.
Compared to its peak, I'd say it's pretty good versus great.
That's subpar. That's sub.
It's not subpar. That's subpar
it's
to
not,
you.
It's not. No. Objectively speaking, Ham, you're either on the same level or you're below that, or you're better.
I guess you're right.
I'm saying Gears of War right now is not at the same level. It's definitely not better. It's sub.
Yeah, you're fair. Fair enough.
It's just the truth, and it's because people like Cliffy B are not there anymore. Kojima, they say he's super quirky, very weird. Dude, you think a normal mind comes up with the stuff that Kojima comes up with? You think Kanye West, if he was properly regulated, would have come up with all them bangers? Be honest. Mozart apparently was not okay in the head as well. It's the price of doing business with a genius or with a team of geniuses. You're not going to have a bunch of people that are well regulated, come in at 7:30 a.m., leave at 4 p.m. That's not what you're going to get. You're going to get a bunch of metal dudes doing some wild shit. Why? Because the wild shit is what stands out. Power World didn't do what everyone else is doing. They did something that is like way out there. You know what I mean? And then everyone's talking about the owner or leader or whatever, the head of Pocket Pair, because the dude also is not properly okay in the head. You want standard stuff? You can go to Ubisoft. They will give you standard cookie cutter rubbish that you can get through.
True.
You can get through, and you will forget it as soon as the credits roll. Gears of War, because it was helmed by a bunch of freaks, that shit was in your vein. You could feel it. Because it was made by lunatics. You want these lunatics to behave themselves in the chat. You want them to behave themselves in the chat, Ham. Come on. And this leads to another greater point that me and you, one of the few points me and you agree on, Ham. The corporatization of video games and the production of video games has been the greatest Achilles heel of this industry.
I can wholeheartedly agree with that. Because what it has done is it's condensed gaming.
Yes. Sanitized it.
Yeah, exactly. So all like sure, I understand licensing. I understand that part, right? You got to make sure that what you're using is being used appropriately and stuff like that. You don't want things to be things that are already invented to be impacted by something that you create. I can understand that, right? But I feel like some of it's become overly too sensitive to the point where some folks are scared to even try to get their point across within video games.
Because it's risky.
Exactly, because it's risky, and also because of the price that it costs to produce said product. And also, if you want that kind of budget, then you're going to go somewhere that, as you said earlier, would be sanitized already. So your idea then gets, that bloody, insane thing now gets turned into something else.
Tone it down.
Like people don't understand that the industry is so filthy that you'll pitch them you'll pitch them your idea. They'll take your idea, pitch it right back to you with their changes, and if you're not down, they'll do it.
Done, and you're out.
Yeah, and you get nothing out of it, which is insane.
Yep. That's why Kojima went and started his company. Real quick, I just want to address here these important discussion we're having right now. Sapo says, I have to disagree. Today's gaming audience isn't the same audience anymore. These guys are collecting pals, building bases. Is a chainsaw on a rifle going to feel the same appeal as it did back then when Gears launched? I don't think so. Sapo, I have one name for you. Hideo Kojima. If he didn't exist, this point would land and I would have nothing to say. Did Kojima not evolve? Did he not move on from Metal Gear and make something completely new that blew people away? Did he not do that? Something that completely redefined gaming, had people talking for years, whether it was love or hate. What I'm saying is, if Cliffy B and his people were still left to their devices, they would either still be making bang-ass Gears of War games, or they would have evolved into something else. And to your point, Gogo Paul, about Cliffy B didn't make Gears alone. If you rewind to my initial points about last year's interviews, I wasn't just talking to Cliffy B. I was talking, that's why I said, to people that were involved in the founding fathers of Gears of War. And the consensus is what I'm telling you right now. So X-Men, the new Metal Gear games have been subpar. Thank you. Subpar also. Fact. Thank you, Sir X-Men, for the super chat. I completely disagree with this point, but thank you for bringing up Metal Gear. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart for bringing up Metal Gear. Quick reminder, the best Metal Gears in order, right? MGS 3, MGS 4, Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2. We don't talk about 5 or Metal Gear Survive. Yes, Jeremy, COD is still number 1. Come on. What are we talking about? Bunty with a $5 super chat, but you also say that about every game franchise, but have more than 3, it always falls off. Name all the game that have more than 3 that is still good. Luckily, I just named Metal Gear Solid 4. So there's your answer, Bunty. Also Tekken 8. So, and it's the same dude making the games. It's the same dude making the games.
Well, not every Tekken was a smash hit, though, either, though.
Point is, if they're taking him off, we don't know if Tekken 8 would have come so feature complete.
I feel that.
Do we? We don't. Of course, Loke disagrees. Death Stranding is Hideo at his best. No, dude, every game that Hideo makes is Hideo at his best. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? People thought that MGS3, people thought he couldn't top that. When MGS4 was announced, people were like, dude, MGS3 was peak. There's nothing that's going to come close to this. But there's videos online. Go and check. There's videos online of people crying at MGS4. So no. But Cliffy B decided he wanted Lawbreakers on PlayStation and they snubbed him. Now he wants to come back to Xbox, banging his drum about Gears of War. He did that to himself. That's true.
Yeah.
That
That
is 100%.
No one's saying that ain't true.
No.
He 100%, you know,
he was feeling his oats.
He put the stick in his own wheel of his bike.
Yes.
Right. And tried to ride through it, and it just didn't work out. But at the same time, like, you still, like, I don't know, you still like wonder, right? You still, and there's nothing wrong with wondering and, you know, wishing and hoping for the best out of the person. But I mean, yeah, he kind of screwed himself up a little bit. And that's why I was talking about, like, how this reaction, although you say, you know, it's perfectly fine, it still doesn't bode well if he's still trying to work with those big wigs. If he's still trying to, reactions like that isn't great. But if he's just cool and trying to do his own thing, and he's, you know, out here just trying to make a game or whatnot, he needs to find somebody that's willing to, you know, just deal with who he is. And I don't think who he is insanely terrible. Probably not. But he's just, like what you said, he's just a loose cannon. So you have to understand that if you hire him. I mean, you look at the NFL or the NBA. You think Ron Artest, people were like, yeah, man, he's a great dude. I mean, we can't wait to have him in the building. They did not hire him to shake hands and write autographs. They hired him for a championship.
Yes.
So
even Draymond.
Yeah, exactly. You just have
Dennis
to have
Rodman.
reasons. Yeah. Draymond, he was insane, but he kept the team together with his crazy antics and, you know, being willing to ride or die for his guys. I mean, you see him choking people and stuff like that. Like, he's wild. Same with Dennis Rodman, right? He's freaking insane. Nobody was Scottie Pippen and Jordan wasn't in Las Vegas with him before that famous game, right? He was off doing his own goddamn thing, but they knew, yo, I'm not even going to bother to ask what you've been doing last night because you just balled out. You know what I'm saying? It's just like some things, you just got to let them do what they do.
Yep. Bunty with a member chat says, how many is that compared to all that is out? I don't understand the question, Bunty.
Oh, he's talking about the after 3.
How many is that? Well, off the top of my head, I just gave you 2. I could make a list for you, and then next Tuesday, give you like 10. Is 10 enough? Is 20 enough? Give me a number. Final Fantasy. It just popped up. Final Fantasy. Gogo Pose, Sapo's right. Gears of War has been innovating in every game, and what's wrong with keeping the same basic formula and improving upon the game? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Innate says, I'm good on that. I'd prefer he keep making games because Death Stranding is another game on a whole different level. One of the few games I've given a 10 out of 10 in years. It went above many gamers' heads. True, Innate. Gears of War 4, 5 were great games in a market that didn't want those games, ultimately, in my opinion. Ham, I feel like me and you have found middle ground on the use of the word great. We kind of agree that this word is kind of overused.
You're right. I agree.
Yeah. And 4 and 5, can we agree they weren't great? At best, they were good. Can we agree?
Yeah. I can agree with that.
All right.
The DLC was great, though, in 5.
Yeah. My last point on this one, Ham, about the whole Cliff v Xbox thing is, this would be, you know, I like to use relationship analogies, so I'll do it again. Ham, imagine, right? A dude gets divorced from his wife, right? And then things aren't going well for him, but things are also not going well for his ex. There's kind of space to reunite and see what can happen, because things aren't going well apart. They were going pretty great until one of the two made a big blunder, but they were going great when they were together. This, for me, would be great if they gave Cliff and the rest of the crew a chance to come back, because, in my opinion, Gears of War is stale.
I don't
And
think
this
it's
is,
stale.
I
I
think
don't
it's
think
stale.
it's
I think it's stale.
okay. That's
Vic,
fair.
the motherfucking click, dear God, you would think we can have an episode without Log talking about Metal Gear or Hideo Kojima.
It's impossible.
I am screenshotting this super chat and putting it on my Twitter. Guys, I didn't even bring up Hideo Kojima myself. It was Sir X-Man that brought up the super chat. Am I lying, Ham? Don't be putting your head back like that. I ain't lying. It was Sir X-Man who brought it up.
Oh,
I
I
just
don't
addressed it.
care. I don't care.
All right, fine. Let's move on. Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 are now Steam Deck compatible. You walked right into it, Ham. You walked right into it. Konami has released an update for MGS Master Collection on PC, which makes MGS 2 and 3 compatible with the Steam Deck. I mean, the title says everything. Ham, what are your thoughts on Metal Gear Solid being playable on Steam Deck?
I mean, that's cool. It should be. No, it should be playable there. So I mean, it's just. I mean, that's fine. I won't be playing it there. I'm playing him the way they came out.
The way Kojima intended.
So like it and it's very unnecessary, but I'm doing it that way. Yep.
All right. Well, I'm excited for it. I don't have a Steam Deck, but I hope everyone that has one goes ahead and gets the Metal Gear collection, because it's great value. Not just the games themselves, but the little extras.
Okay, Loke. Come on.
Dude, let me do my sales pitch. Jeez. Anyway, let's move on. New Dragon Ball Sparking Zero trailer reveals 24 new fighters, and they're all Goku and Vegeta. Publisher Bandai Namco and developer Spike Chunsoft Co. Limited have revealed 24 fighters for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and they're all Goku and Vegeta. Unsurprisingly, considering Goku and Vegeta are the two main characters in the Dragon Ball saga, Spike Chunsoft is giving players the chance to fight using their various forms. This includes Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Majin Vegeta, and more. Bandai Namco first revealed Dragon Ball Sparking Zero at the Game Awards 2023 back in December, which is where it is confirmed that despite the different name, this fighting game is the next Budokai Tenkaichi game in the storied series. We got our first gameplay and Dragon Ball Sparking Zero's flashy fights, but little else beyond that. It's coming to PS5, Series X and S, and PC. Now, thanks to this new trailer, we know of 24 new fighters with a tease at a massive roster still to be revealed. Okay, so it's not to say that the game is only going to have Goku and Vegeta. Maybe press play on the trailer below, Ham. Ham? You there?
What?
Something's up with my internet.
My name is Goku, and Earth is my home. I'm still far superior to you.
That is loud. All right, can you hear me, Ham?
Yeah.
All right, so it's not to say that it's only Goku and Vegeta, but these are the only two. These are the only two who have been confirmed. So don't worry, Sapo saying no Frieza, no Broly. It's just that these two are the only ones that have been announced so far. We're still going to get the rest because there's been a tease from Bandai Namco about a massive roster to be revealed. So settle down, it's cool. Yeah, Vince is right. Your camera was frozen for a bit, Ham. It was frozen. Gogo Paul, you can get the complete Steam Metal Gear collection for $50. Might get it. Pull the trigger, Gogo Paul. Pull the trigger, bro. Ham. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Thoughts?
This game looks pretty hot.
Your camera's it freezes for like 5 seconds and then it comes back.
I don't know. I don't know. It might be just too much going on. I probably need to restart my PC.
All right. Or just pause the video. Okay, there you go. Your camera's back. Your camera's back.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay. It's back to freezing now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's this? It's not a Dragon Ball game unless I can play Master Roshi. Ham, who's your favorite character on Dragon Ball?
My favorite character.
That absolutely has to be there.
I mean, it's traditionally been Vegeta.
Oh, okay. So we have the same main on Dragon Ball. Vic, what is this? Ham, is this true? This accusation? What? Come on, this is false.
It stinks.
This is
stinks,
false.
and we need to rebel against all of this garbage.
Yeah, all right.
Garbage.
Well, so we both agree that Vegeta is our favorite, but which form? Which form is your favorite? I think we might diverge there.
Probably Majin.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely different on that one. For me, it's Super Saiyan 3.
It's either Majin or...
Wait, is it 3 or 4? No, it's 4.
It's either Majin or Vegeta in season 1.
Okay. For me, it's Super Saiyan 4. For me, that is the peak. That's the peak form.
Oh, like GT?
Yes. Super Saiyan 4 for me, that was it.
I mean, he looked real dope in that one, but I just liked his attitude and demeanor when he first came on the scene.
He first showed up.
And the way he did Nappa was so damn disrespectful. I was like, yo.
And we all thought Nappa was like dangerous, you know?
Yeah.
And then he
just killed him.
Like nothing.
Yeah, he's just like, you're worthless. Just threw him up in the air and just killed him. I was just like, damn, man, these sayings right here.
And Nappa, we'd been dealing with him for like 15 episodes. This guy dealt with him in like 10 seconds. Sapo likes Golden Frieza. That's a good shot. Perfect Cell. Perfect Cell. Jeremy Brown. That was terrifying.
Man, my favorite part of Cell in the whole Cell games saga was when he went onto the news. And remember, he was going through each floor and people were turning the channels and he was on the next channel.
Yes.
And the next channel.
And the next channel.
He's just busting through the floors. I was just like, oh my God, this man is insane.
Yeah. Perfect Cell was... Yeah, it was good. It was good. All right, so look forward to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Do we know when this is coming out? Let me check in the article. Okay, it seems we don't know when it's coming out, though.
They might have said it at the end of the trailer. I can go back.
Check.
See. It says wish list now. That's all it says.
Yeah, so we don't know exactly when it's coming out. All right, so it's the next game in the legendary Budokai series. So if you like the Budokai stuff, then here's a fighting game for you. Even more perfect. I'll run your fade in BT3. What is this, Ham? What does that mean?
BT3. I know what he says. I'll run your fade. I know what that means. He's saying I'll whoop
What
your
does that
ass
mean?
game.
Oh, okay. BT3. What does that mean? Tell us, Jeremy Brown. What does BT3 mean?
Maybe he's talking
likes
about Budokai
Piccolo.
Tenkaichi.
Oh, okay. That's probably it. But I'm seeing thing I'm concerned about. All right. Bunty likes Piccolo. That's a good choice.
Piccolo's a G.
Yeah.
I liked Gohan before he went Super Saiyan Man.
Yeah. Before he went soft.
I think a lot of people felt that way too.
Yeah, like
because after the Cell
acidic,
saga, he was just such a demon.
He was a G. He was a G.
I mean, everybody. I mean, his Michael Jordan moment, his flu game moment was that arm dangling. That arm dangling. No, anybody that's a Dragon Ball Z fan knows that arm dangling from Gohan.
Yeah. It looked like he's definitely got the legacy from his dad. Like, don't worry. Oh boy, got it. All right. Last topic of the day. Blizzard has a new president following a wave of layoffs and the surprise departure of President Mike Ibarra. Blizzard has appointed Johanna Ferris to head up the game development. Ferris worked for the NFL for over a decade before joining Activision in 2018 as a Call of Duty esports commissioner. She's currently a Call of Duty general manager and will start her new role on February 5th.
Yeah, me and K Mega talked about this briefly yesterday.
Well, briefly, talk about it here.
Okay. What do you got to say?
Well, no. I want to get your take on it first, and then I'll go.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, to me, it's too bad to see Mike Ibarra leave, but it was also really telling to see what some of the developers had to say about Mike. So,
what was they saying? I didn't see any of that.
Yeah, so like some people were just saying like he is like not good. Yeah, like he was the reason a lot of people like lost jobs and stuff like that.
What?
And yeah, like these were like actual developers that came out and said that. I remember one developer from in Exile came out and said that like pretty much said Mike Ibarra is not the best person. And like I wish I could read back the tweet, but he deleted it.
Yeah,
But
it doesn't sound like
it
something
was
you should keep up. It doesn't sound like something you should keep up if you want to have a future in the industry. Because you might not like Mike, but other people will see it and they will judge you for it, and then you won't get a placement somewhere. So I can understand why that person wouldn't keep it up. But damn, okay.
I mean, you know what's really interesting to me?
What?
You know, Joanna Ferris, Ferris is a black woman.
Yes, right? That's where I wanted to go with this. That is exactly where I wanted to go with it.
And I just feel like it's really interesting because the last several years, one thing that people have been kind of poking fun of Microsoft about is, man, whenever they do group photos, it's just all white folks.
Yep.
and it's white folks running the ship in in every single aspect. And now it's just like, sure, we got Sarah Bond, Joanna Ferries, and and some. I'm sure there's some other ones out there. I know Paris Lockhart, with like what is it called, like XCloud and stuff like that. Like he helps run that over there. Like
But is he the head of it?
it's
We're talking
just
about heads here.
it's just pretty wild that things are changing. Some people find it good, some people don't, but I mean, I personally do feel more comfortable when you see people of a diverse background all over the place, not just a bunch of white folks. It is pretty nice.
So the view that I was going with here is that I saw a lot of like toxic people putting up like pictures of like Sarah Bond and the Ferris chick trying to say that Xbox is just getting these people in these positions to pander and they're not qualified.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy because if you literally look, I mean, if you just read part of the article, you'd know that she didn't get hired from General Electric or something like that. Like she didn't come from, like Chevy or something like that. Like she's been in the business for a little bit now.
For a while. She knows what's up.
So it's like, I don't know, I'm not feeling that. I can understand some people being like, it really seems like, things are changing, like in the sense of like diversity, sure. But in the sense of like qualifications, I think that's out of line. I mean, that's really that's the only thing that anybody can really bark or complain about is that she's a different nationality than white, and that she's a woman. Those are the only two things that people can complain about. Because you try to go after her credibility, it's like she's been at the company.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also think, in fact, a very important part of the company. So, she didn't, she didn't come out of here from McDonald's. Like she been about that business for a minute.
Yeah. Sapo with a nice joke says, "Dude, she's blitzing. Get your work done," because she was at the NFL for a minute. So that's actually kind of funny. That's kind of funny. Yeah, so everyone pretty much agrees here that she's qualified. They're both qualified.
Absolutely.
Johanna been working at ABK, Activision, working on COD. Yeah. As greedy as Microsoft is, they will not put unqualified folks in there and risk the bottom line. Thank you very much, Monk Bloody, for this.
Exactly.
This is a key point. Too many people are comfortable talking about Microsoft is just thinking about ESG and DEI. That only counts for creative endeavors. When it comes to admin, Microsoft does not play. When it comes to executive positions, they don't play. You can either do the job or you can get the fuck out. That's how Microsoft rolls. Anyways, with that, we have come to the end of today's lowdown. That what is it? Almost 4 hours, man.
Yeah.
This was fun, right?
It was something.
I had fun. I had lots of fun.
That was a good time.
It was.
Keeping me away from Pal World, damn it.
Cut the cap, man. You spend half the time playing. You know what? That's probably why your camera is acting up. That's probably why your camera's acting.
No,
up. Because you won't.
I have it on my
you'll-
Xbox. Not playing on PC.
Well, maybe your Xbox is messing with the internet. Turn off the Xbox, focus on the podcast, and watch everything just flow.
My controller wasn't even on, suckers. So shut up.
Oh goodness!
I had to check to see if something was downloaded. Anyways, yeah, let's get up out of here.
Anyways, thank you everyone for sticking with us. It's been very good. Thank you guys so much for coming through and continuing to support TSWS and going through this journey with us. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you for commenting so much and going back and forth with me and Ham on all the diverse topics that we brought up. If we disagreed, that's fine, right? We're not mortal enemies. It's just video games. If we agreed, we are now blood brothers, especially if it's about Metal Gear Solid. Hamothy,
out of here.
Do you want to say something? Do you want to say something before I do the outro, or are you good?
I'll see you guys Thursday back on the channel for episode of Behind Them Sticks with Fame. Should be a really good show. Tomorrow, if you want to check me out at all, I'll be on Matt Likes Games channel for the 2-player podcast.
And the PlayStation State of Play.
Oh, wait, yeah, we're not doing the 2-player podcast because of the PlayStation event. We're actually so if you guys want to watch it live streamed with us, you're more than welcome to come check us out. We're on Matt Likes Games channel. If it's a super dope event, I will be live streaming my reaction
right after.
Afterwards. But if it's mid, I'll just kind of just leave it alone till Friday. If it's atrocious, which I highly doubt, I will definitely
15 games?
do a show.
No. Monk Bloody, I love it. Monk Bloody says, I edited and rendered a whole video to you guys today. LOL. Thanks for the background noise. We are happy to be of service.
Absolutely. That's what's up.
So this has been the Lowdown on TSWS Gaming. You can find us here every Tuesday, same time for the Lowdown. Wednesdays, Ham Solo is on Matt Likes Games channel for the 2-player podcast. And as he just said, tomorrow is a special 2-player podcast because they'll be doing a watch along of the PlayStation State of Play. Thursday is Behind Them Sticks with Ham Solo. And who's the guest? Sorry, Ham, I forgot.
Oh, it's Fame.
It's Fame. Fame is coming through for Behind Them Sticks. Ham Solo usually interviews people in and around gaming. Sometimes it's gaming personalities, developers, psychiatrists, psychologists, all types of people, but related to the gaming world. Friday is bullsitting with me, Ham, Cozy Beluga, and Matt Likes Games for a breakdown of everything that happened during the week. Saturday, we're off. Sunday, I either do a stream or I'll upload a video 10, 20 minutes long. I'm working on the campaign for Tekken 8. So look forward to that. And then Mondays is the crossover with Ham Solo and K Mega. This past week, K Mega was the crossover was on K Mega's channel. So next week is going to be on TSWS Gaming.
That's not, no, you have backwards.
Well, oh, sorry. This week it was on TSWS. So next week it's going to be on K Mega 405's channel. Thank you guys so much for coming through. We look forward to you guys watching the 2-player podcast tomorrow with Ham Solo and Matt Likes Games.